This the Word of Mouth Show. I'm Reese.
Yo. You know what it is. Sco.
Sco Show.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? No Graham Sco for y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Your mama's favorite homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know me.
You rehearsed that too.
Yeah, a little bit.
You was in the mirror like,
a little bit.
what I'm giving them this week. Like,
No, I sat here and thought that shit.
oh shit.
Real right.
That's all. So that's basically off the top.
Yeah, off the top. Yeah.
That might as well be a freestyle.
Cause it's like every week you be like, I don't know what we gonna say, so I was just trying to think of something
Just
like,
think of something.
yeah, so that might stick. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
like that she count up instead of counting down.
Right.
It
She said 1, 2, 3. I thought she said 3, 2, 1.
she did. She counted up.
See, I must be just expecting her to do 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I need 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I need 4, 3, 2, 1.
4. Okay.
I need 4, 3, 2, 1.
Uh-huh.
And then I could be like,
Be
now,
ready.
now I'm pieing. Like she did 1, 2, 3. I'm not pieing right now.
Okay.
Like I'm off kilter. Like I don't know what y'all gonna get. I don't know what y'all gonna get this week.
Right.
It's gonna be different.
I got you.
Speaking of differences, segue of the century, by the way.
Right.
Booyah. Speaking of differences, we are not going with the Zoom. I'm not going with the Zoom this week. We're gonna try something a little different. I got the phone. Old school shit. Y'all gonna call in. Precious gonna have the number on the live, but I'll give you the number now too. The number, I'm probably giving this number to 0 people, but
You mean?
the number
Gotta try.
is 267-336-4730. That's the number to call in if you agree, disagree, if you think our glasses is ridiculous,
Hater.
whatever it is you
He's
want.
just a hater.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is
Just a
you
hater.
want to do.
Now you go back and watch a few episodes back. He complimented these same shades. So yeah, man, just
I feel like the shades is tough.
this guy.
I feel like the shade. You know what it is? I know I couldn't pull off the shades. So I'm hating a little bit.
There you go. That's all
I'm
you gotta
probably
do.
hating.
There you
I'm
go.
probably hating.
Just walk in your truth, brother.
Right.
That's all you gotta do.
I'm probably
Own
hating.
it. That's it.
I'm owning it.
Right, there you go.
I own
See?
it.
That's
I
it.
own
There
it.
you go. That's 50% of the problem with our youth today.
Right.
They don't want to own up.
They don't want to.
They don't want to own up to their faults, to their truth.
Knowing the problem, admitting to the problem is,
There it is.
the first step. To
There it
recovery.
is. There it is, brother. Go on, preach.
You
Go on, preach.
know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. I'm gonna admit something that was a little bit weird. It was weird for me.
Okay.
So, was it this? It was during the week, or it might be last week. And sorry about the 2 podcasts we missed. Last week, Saturday, I didn't feel up to it. I was all fucked up. I was up all night. I could not get up.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Wednesday. I'm sorry.
No,
That
was
wasn't
that?
Saturday.
No, I think
Wednesday that happened, and Saturday, Precious was sick.
Right. Okay.
Saturday,
Right.
Precious was sick.
Right.
So we just was like, look, let's come back regular, come back strong.
Damn, so we missed 3 shows.
No, we only missed 2.
We missed 3. We missed 2 Wednesdays and 1 Saturday.
We missed 3 shows, 2 Wednesdays and 1 Saturday. Yes.
Yeah.
So we owe these people this show.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to feature.
We got y'all, man. We apologize too.
Yeah, because
You
that's not some shit we should be doing.
Right.
And I put that on. I put that on myself.
No, I mean it's on all of us. We a team, bro.
We a team, yeah.
Yeah. It's on everybody.
So at one point during the week, everybody left, whatever. I'm chilling by myself and shit. And you ever heard of the video game that came out a couple years ago? It's called Anthem. Probably never heard of it.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so in the gaming world, this game, it's a lot of controversy about this game. And this past week, the game developer and the parent game developers, basically they trashed it. They got rid of it.
Okay.
This is done. And I was actually a little bit depressed. Like I actually felt
Away?
even though I acknowledge that there are problems
Okay. What's the
with
problem?
the game. So, leading up to the game coming out, it was a lot of shit. Like, they was like, look, I'm gonna give it to you in basic terms.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this about to be the best shit you ever played, nigga. You ain't never played no shit like this, nigga.
Right.
You wanna feel like Iron Man?
There you go.
You like Iron Man? You wanna feel like that? We got that for you.
Right.
We got you and 3 of your niggas, all y'all
Can be
gonna
Iron.
feel like different sets of Iron Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All at the same time.
So wait a minute. So they could. So it was like.
It wasn't an Avengers game.
Okay.
It was a game called Anthem, and it makes you feel like Iron Man.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't actual Iron
It wasn't
Man.
actual Iron Man.
Oh, all right. Okay.
It was you was in like a mech suit, and you could freely fly around and shoot and do all this different combat stuff, and it was like sort of open world,
Right.
you know, on a distant planet or whatever. And the planet was supposed to have really great graphics, like it was really beautiful to look at, and the weather system was really hype about the weather system. Sometimes it'll be really sunny and nice, and then other times it'll be fucking storms and shit. And all of it was like in game, it like real shit.
Right.
And they flew too close to the sun. They
Okay.
flew. When the game came out,
Right.
a lot of shit was wrong with it. And the issue is twofold. So the actual, like, you have a game developer, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the people who actually use their hands to make the game.
Right.
And then you have the company that owns them. They divvy out the money.
Okay.
Here's the money.
Right.
The people who divvy out the money is a company called EA.
Gotcha.
People in the gaming community, everybody knows EA is a shit company.
Oh, okay.
They are. They
Right.
are a shit company
Right.
because they have said things in the media that really upset gaming fans.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they go about business is really like
Sneakish.
it's really fucked up
Right. Yeah.
because it's very much about money.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much just like of course you make a thing to make a profit.
Right. I know a little bit about the background. Just a little
Right.
bit about them.
But it's like if I make art, and I personally feel like games are art.
Mm-hmm.
If I make art and you buy art, I want to do both things. I want to make good shit, but I also want to get paid to make good shit.
Right.
It's a lot easier for me to make good shit if I'm able to survive.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm able to eat every night. If I'm able to take care of my family.
Right.
EA they're fucking greedy.
Right.
They're greedy. So they, like, years ago, they had a Star Wars game called Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually got sued because children who would play the game, it was this mechanic in the game called loot boxes. So I'm gonna fuck this up, but I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I know it.
Right.
Basically, they got sued because it was almost like gambling, and it's technically illegal,
Right.
especially for minors.
Right.
So it was like you pay X amount of dollars in game purchases,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't really know what you're gonna get.
Right. It's like a Russian roulette.
Russian roulette type of thing.
Right.
And it was like kids was like wilding
Mm-hmm.
with their mom's credit
Spinning
cards and
bread.
shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, get the fuck out of here. It was a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time or after that time, EA in a different context was basically sent out a whole press release that in their opinion they don't think that single player games hold any weight in the gaming community. Like, nobody wants to play single player games. Everything is about multiplayer. Everything is about arena based video games like Fortnite, and Apex Legends and shit like that.
I mean, it does become a point where you do, because, like, all right, for instance, you have the game at your house and your friend has a game at his house, but you are able to do things on your game and your friend is able to do things on his game. So it's like at some point y'all either want to play, like, you want to play with y'all guys, because it's like, say you go to your friend's house to play his game and you playing with his guy,
Right.
but his guy just doesn't do the same shit.
That
You like, you know what I mean?
totally understandable.
Right.
That's not what they were talking about.
Okay.
They were just wrong.
Right.
After they said this, Spider-Man PS4 came out.
That shit
Won
lit.
awards.
That's my shit. I ain't gonna lie.
God of War 5 came out.
That's that shit too.
and won awards.
That's the one with the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's that shit.
Came out and won awards.
Yeah.
After the Star Wars Battlefront situation, they still was in bed. They were still in bed with the Star Wars company.
Right.
So they were able to procure a game called another Star Wars game that was supposed to be that was a single player game.
Right.
Because of all the controversy they went through, getting sued and being all of the media and all that shit, they kept hands off on the Star Wars game, and they let the actual developers develop the game.
Gotcha.
They didn't interfere.
Right.
It was a #1 game. So it was like, not only in the actual space, the gaming world, did you get proven wrong, you got proven wrong in your own house.
Right.
That's like if you say some shit and all the neighbors prove you wrong, but then your son prove you wrong too.
Yeah.
In front of the world. And make hella cash.
Right.
So, we move on to Anthem. I've been watching mad internet documentaries about this game because I wanted this game to be good. I wanted in my soul to... Iron Man is my favorite comic book character. Iron Man is my nigga. I fucking have loved Iron Man since I was a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even before the movies.
The movies and shit. Yeah, no,
I was fucking with him before him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
of
was
course,
too.
I fuck with other characters and shit.
Right.
But I liked that shit.
Yeah, and I mean for me, I think not to cut you
No,
off,
go ahead.
but I think my fan of Iron Man, I became a fan of Iron Man just because he was back then he was so mysterious. You didn't know too much about Iron Man.
Exactly.
But he was like his whole get up was sickness. So it was like, damn, who this new superhero? Or at least to me, he was new. And I'm like, I know the rest of these motherfuckers, Superman, Batman.
Exactly.
Everybody claims Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, all that shit like that. Like as you a kid, and it's like don't nobody know about Iron Man. So I was claiming Iron Man heavy. So that's how I became a fan of Iron Man.
And then there was a 90s animated Iron Man show.
Right.
Which bled into the 90s Spider-Man show, which also bled into the 90s X-Men show.
Right.
So I was a fan of all that shit.
Gotcha.
I love that shit. So there had never been a good Iron Man game.
Right.
All the times they tried, it was just they couldn't figure out the formula. This game was claiming we got it. It's not Iron Man. It's a different story. It's a whole different thing. It's different, but it's gonna be dope. I'm like, nigga, this is it.
Right.
This is it. Game comes out, and it is hella problems. Hella problems. So much so that people were saying, it was proven, people were saying they was buying the game, putting the game in a PlayStation, and it was fucking your PlayStation up.
Damn.
Like, you couldn't cut your PlayStation back on no more.
That's crazy.
You had to trash your shit.
Wow.
This game had been so fucked up. They had done shit, like the little shit that I know for a fact, because I have the game. Actually, I have it twice, actually, but I only bought it once. So you cannot play the game unless you're online. You have to be in a server to play this game.
I mean, most games is like that now.
That's not true.
No, I mean, when I say that, it's like you're gonna get the base of the game. You're like, you're not getting the. You're not.
You almost knocked over the.
You're not getting the
You're not gonna get all of the stuff.
Yeah, you're not gonna get all the perks and stuff like that. The stuff that they're promoting.
Right.
Yeah,
but
right.
their thing is you literally cannot play it at all. You can't do a damn thing. You're not getting past the fucking press start screen.
Damn. Yeah.
Without online capability. I be just wanting to play by myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to play with other people.
Right. But no, I mean online ain't always meaning you playing with people. It's like it's connecting to the
It's connected to a server.
Right.
But to me, that says that, which is true, the game wasn't all the way finished.
Right.
The game wasn't all the way finished.
Right.
They was really hype about what turns out is it was very repetitive.
Okay.
The game was very repetitive. It was such low. There were so many different places of low quality.
Okay.
really, you have to kind of be in the gaming world to kind of pick certain stuff out.
Right.
Because I know it exists in the game, but I still had fun with the game.
Right.
Personally. And to make a long story short, because this is going on long enough, the game had got so many bad reviews, and it was paying. People were upset. So EA was like, look, y'all only gonna have, y'all can try to fix, we gonna give y'all money to try to fix this shit, but y'all only gonna have 30 people. That's it. And a game this size with this type of magnitude, you need well more than 30 people to get anything done. And they had told the internet, the people who was working on the game, BioWare it was called, people who was working on the game, said, listen, we're going to do a full overhaul. We heard y'all, we know there's issues. Instead of just doing like update after update after update after update, we're going to do a full overhaul of the game. It's going to be a damn near totally different game when we done. So what ended up happening was they had been working on that. We had heard nothing about this for 2 years. And then last week or 2 weeks ago, it was a leak, like, okay, EA's supposed to have a secret meeting to figure out what's the future for Anthem. Last week they figured out there is no future for this game. It's over. And to me, it's like, but y'all was the ones who was interfering.
Uh-huh.
They had a plan, and they were sticking to the fucking plan, and y'all kept interfering. Every time something get fucked up, it's because y'all interfered. It's so many countless games that people have said people have named that come out of this company where it's like every time y'all stick your hands in it, y'all fuck it up. Every time y'all leave these creators, these artists, to make art, they make good art and people like it. You're stopping yourself from making money. This is stupid.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid. It's like if you had a rapper. If you had signed your own rapper, and all you had to do was put him in the studio and let him do what the fuck he wanted to do, and every time he did that, he came out with a smash hit. He came out with a fucking WAP act, like a WAP type #1 hit. But every time you stuck your hands in it, that shit go brick. How many times you gotta learn the same lesson? So that was a weird thing that had happened to me this week. You know, I was like really annoyed about that because they're gonna eventually shut the server down. Okay. So that means that disc, whatever, anybody who bought that game, who bought that disc, it might as well be a fucking pay-per-view.
Right.
You won't be able to play that game. Even though you spent $60 or $70 on that shit.
Right.
Like, they may never make another update for Spider-Man PS4. They may never make another update for that game. There's no reason for them to do so.
Right.
But if you bought Spider-Man PS4, you can still go play Spider-Man PS4.
Right. You can
go play and replay the story.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, nobody will be able to replay this game. And it's like, this didn't have to happen. This didn't have to happen. Anyway, that happened. A thing that was good, that I enjoyed, was they finally rebooted Superman. Gave us a Superman show, Superman TV show, a live action Superman TV show.
Wasn't Smallville supposed to be that?
Yeah, that was years ago.
Right.
Yeah, that was years ago. This is a show on the CW. I watched it on Amazon Prime. It's called Superman and Lois. And it's a little bit of an older Superman. You can't really tell, but he's a little older. Him and Lois have two children. They're about doing in high school.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually really dope. Like coming off of.
So could it be like a sequel to Smallville?
No.
I never really watched the whole
Smallville shit.
Yeah, but I'm like,
because
I knew he was younger.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Right, he was like in high school.
Yeah, he was in high school and in college.
Right.
And then he played. Smallville was on for like 8 seasons.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now you saying, well, because I didn't see the more of the season, so did he get like
So
older and
the reason I know it's not a sequel is
Right.
because this character of Superman
mm-hmm.
was also a part of what's called the Arrowverse,
Right.
coming off of Supergirl.
Right.
He was a part of that. He had cameos
Right.
on the Supergirl show.
No, I get that.
Those shows recently, I would say last year, did like their own in-game crossover thing,
Right.
and the characters from Smallville were in that show.
Okay.
They had brought all them back as different versions of Clark Kent.
Oh, okay.
So all three, it was like, you ever see Superman Returns from years ago? The movie Superman Returns. It's kind of meh.
Right.
But he was in it.
Right.
The guy who played him, his name is Brandon Routh. He was actually in it as a older Superman.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you're talking about from Smallville, he
Right.
was in it.
It's like
And it was obviously he's an older guy now.
right, middle
So it was
age
his
type of
older
role.
self.
Right.
And the Superman from this show
Right.
was also in it.
Okay.
As different versions from
Oh,
different
alright.
universes.
So the guy you saying is from Smallville is really older now. Like it's probably like
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The guy he looked like he could have been in his 50s,
Oh, okay.
40s or 50s.
And the most recent guy is like in his
probably
30s, early
he's
30s.
probably 37.
Okay. Going into the
36,
40s.
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. They could be 40.
Right.
They could be 40. I think that the actor who plays it, me and him the same age.
Okay.
I think he's 31 or 32. But the actor who plays Lois is in her 40s or whatever. So what that is supposed to say is that Superman is also in his 40s, but he doesn't age. He doesn't age like she does. So she's always going to look young. He's always going to look young. But what I like about the show is I finally feel like I'm actually watching Superman versus this person's depiction of Superman or Zack Snyder's depiction of fucking Superman, who I fucking hate. Like, it actually feels like I'm watching what the comic book character is supposed to be.
Which is?
Well, compared to like our most recent one with Zack Snyder, he was fucking mopey and sad all the time, and he didn't know if he wanted to help people, and that's not Superman. Like, it's just not. And that's not who Superman is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, we doing a realistic take.
But isn't he part? Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he part human?
No, Superman is okay. Superman is an Earthling. He's not a human. He is 100%. He has 100% alien DNA who was raised on Earth.
But he has feelings.
So, yes, he has feelings. Yes.
Right.
But because the thing about Superman is it's an immigrant story. Like once you boil it down, it's a story about immigration. So it's like, okay, he came here and he could basically be a god-esque type figure. So powerful, can do all these different things, but because of how he was raised, he's more human than he is alien. He don't feel like he's separate from us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's he's Clark.
Right.
He's not Kal-El.
But once people figure out that he's not all the way human and they start alienating him, like treating him like the person that he actually is like, you don't think that he would feel some type of way?
So the thing about now that's a perfect example of why that's exactly when writing Superman, the world can do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to stay himself. He is supposed to stay himself because the story is supposed to show us what we could be.
Mm-hmm.
This is how good we could be.
Right.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it. I really enjoyed it. Or whatever. And, you know, so that was something that was like uplift. Like, okay, new show. I actually started getting into WandaVision. And that was cool. Like, at first I didn't fucking like the shit.
Right.
Because I don't like old school TV shows. and that was like had an old school TV show. Like it had a lot
Like a
of
vibe.
old school TV show vibe at
Mhm.
first, and then it started going into more the
Recent times.
more recent times.
Right.
So I wasn't really fucking with that at first,
Mm-hmm.
but now like the series finale just happened today. I watched it today.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it today. No, I watched it Friday, yesterday. So I saw that, enjoyed that. It was fun, but yeah, that's what my week been like. What about you?
My week, pretty much, it was productive. Got a lot of stuff done. Caught up with a lot of bills.
Mm-hmm.
Just handled a lot of stuff that I needed to handle. Yeah.
A situation with the doctors, right?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I talked to them this week.
We talked about it, but
Right, we ain't talked about it on the show. Yeah. I talked to the doctor, so I get surgery coming up the 19th.
Okay.
So they was telling me that they wanted to do a 2-part surgery because they felt like that was the best way to keep my mobility, my flexibility in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
But they said they also can just do everything in one shot. So
they did end up. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna say he told me, like, from the door, he told me both, like, I had both options.
Right.
But he told me in his perspective, his thoughts, he felt like the 2 surgeries was the best option. But I just me personally, and just thinking and going with my feelings, I don't feel like that's the best option for me. So I'm gonna just when I had this talk with him, constellation or whatever, this talk with him on this coming up this week actually. I'm gonna tell him just to let's try to do everything in one shot. Yeah, and I just try to make sure I'm.
What if he says that it'll make it harder to recover from two different procedures that way?
I mean,
like your recovery time might be doubled, or it might not be the same. It might be the same time, but you might be in more pain. Like much more pain.
No, I mean he didn't.
Oh, he didn't say.
Yeah, no, he didn't say none of that. It was really as much as he was saying that he think if I was to do everything at one time, I would probably have a little more stiffness.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm like
initially or forever.
I think he's saying forever. But it's like,
shit.
Doc, you can't guarantee me that the second surgery is gonna make me not have stiffness. Like
Right.
I don't see how this. I'm supposed to my knee is supposed to be a little more flexible off of 2 surgeries. Like I don't. Like and yeah, I don't see that. Like, cause I know like grand defect surgery does help, but it also hurts. So
Of course.
I feel like the 2 process thing would be more detrimental than
Right.
right. So
It could be.
yeah. So other than that, young boy started school. He back in school now. So he was
Okay.
excited about that.
He was excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They usually tend to like school early on.
And I mean, he think about it. He hasn't really been around other kids since last year. So
that's gonna be a big deal.
So yeah, he was excited. Teachers were saying he was doing great in school. So excited about that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's how my week went.
That's good. I think they're starting with the younger people first.
Yeah, I mean that's
starting like I think they
K through 2nd.
yeah. I still kind of
say what
K through 2nd.
K through 2nd kindergarten.
yeah, I still kind of feel a way about it. I mean, but
You don't think they should go back yet?
I mean, just not yet. Y'all gotta figure this. Y'all still got a problem that y'all trying to figure out. I feel like it's not like
But if they can't give vaccines to children, and some people aren't trusting them, even if they was going to give it to the children.
No, for sure. My whole thing is
probably shouldn't give that.
I don't think they well, and then again, I haven't been inside the school, so I gotta I guess recant that thought. But I know when I went to school, they didn't keep up with the sanitation, the keeping the school clean and bathrooms and.
I would say they've had a lot of time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it should be enough time. Like it should be a nice little before it starts getting bad.
Right.
But it's like my thought is,
and
and it's like what happens when it does get bad? Do y'all just say Do y'all just go back to the regular scheduled programs? Like, do y'all just be like, fuck it, we get to it when we get to it? Or
honestly, I think it won't make a difference until either a kid or a teacher gets sick.
That's fucked up though, cause then it's too late. Cause then it's like that teacher or that student is sick. Who else do they infect? Who else in a household do they infect?
Could be a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's selfish, and that's I just don't. But I mean, you just
But a lot of the teachers, not all, of course, not all of anybody, but a lot of the teachers want they want to get the vaccine, you know, so that they don't spread shit.
Yeah.
But you know, you gotta. It's like a process.
yeah.
It's a process, and this was never going to be an easy shot.
True.
This was always going to be a long fucking week. It will always be a long week.
I mean, I'm a firm believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. From the beginning days when we was a kid, man, we was always told just wash our hands, keep our hands clean, keep our hands off our face. If our hands is dirty.
Yeah, but if you got 30 kids and kids don't like fucking.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is if we continue to teach, because it is kids that's germ freaks. Don't I'm about to say don't get it and just make it seem like.
Not as much as I wish it.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm about to say all kids is not just. Cause I know I was one of those kids. I couldn't like mushy shit. I couldn't let that.
I don't like shit on my hands.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like we are a certain kind of kid. Like it's you know what I mean? Like so. I feel like if we continue to just not beat it in their head, but just continue to teach the stuff that we was taught and passed.
Make it more of a priority than it used to be.
Exactly, because
at one point it used to be.
Because I'm like, as we got older, with age, it just became that it was like a throwaway thing. Like it was like, oh yeah, just make sure you wash your hands, and you wasn't checking on them or checking behind them and shit like that.
Right.
But now you got to make sure that you running behind them and checking behind them.
Hold on, bro, because apparently a guest,
Okay.
not a guest,
Again.
a fucking audience member has a thing she wants to say. So I have to stop your insightful point.
Right on.
Cause she in the middle of eating whatever the fuck that is.
That shit smell good though. I ain't even gonna lie.
I can't.
I'm
see
not a
that.
seafood guy, but that shit smell banging. I ain't even gonna lie.
So give us your point.
No, I just had a question.
What's your question?
What's the difference between them having a cold or the flu compared to COVID? Like, why would y'all would increase your thing of them washing their hands? They should have been practicing this.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would never been in this situation, kind of. Because if people practice that, people would send their kids to school with a cold.
Right.
So why wouldn't you think that they would not send their kids to school?
To school with COVID.
Exactly.
They gotta
I
go
do
to
think
school.
parents could do that.
So that's that, and that's it.
But
Y'all teach
so
Y'all
if I'm gonna reply to what you're saying, the difference would be how, I guess, deadly this could be, especially when
people die every day.
I'm like, but they.
okay, but when it's your kid, when
Right, I'm like,
when
it's
the
people
death
that
comes to your doorstep,
it's people that passed away off of
you get a
COVID.
little different. You know what I'm saying? When little Jimmy is getting sent to school because his mom worked 2-3 jobs or whatever, and she think little Jimmy just got a cold. Look, you gotta go because
But
I
plenty
gotta
of people
clock
die
in.
from the flu. You know that, right?
people do die from the flu,
Pneumonia,
but
Yeah.
everything. So
so
the numbers are spiked. That's not.
the numbers are actually going down recently.
The numbers are spiked. When I say that, I mean the total number of deaths. Most of the people who died were elderly.
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay, so they was.
but
on
we
their-
also
not to be
kept
insensitive, but they was on their way out already.
but we also kept kids out of school.
Okay.
Locked, depending on where you lived at, a lot of people locked down,
Mm-hmm.
and even though adults were still going out,
Businesses.
wasn't many businesses was going out. It
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
many
plummeting.
reasons for kids to be out.
I feel like because kids are less sensitive to this COVID.
Just push them out there.
situation. No, I'm not saying push them out there, but did you ever hear that the kids were failing? They were behind more than they were any other year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
because it's not.
it's something has to give. We are one of the greatest countries in the world, and how could we be sending
That's
our
just
How
That's what
would-
we say.
People say.
I'm like, that's just some shit we say.
No,
People say
no,
that's
we
not-
are one of the greatest countries in the world,
Okay.
and we get a lot of respect from other countries. Not saying that,
Okay.
We get a
but
lot
they
of attention.
know
I don't think
that
we get a lot of
we are not the
respect.
smartest.
We get a lot of
country.
attention.
I hear a lot of people laughing at us.
Yeah.
That's just me being
Not
honest.
not saying that they don't laugh at us.
Right.
They laugh at. I'm pretty sure they laugh at the Jews. They
Right.
laugh at
Everybody.
any country.
I got you.
But what I'm saying is,
Country called
our
the Jews.
country is one of the greatest countries in the world.
Gotcha.
I ain't say the only. I ain't say number one. I
One
say
saying
one
it.
of them.
Got you.
And our kids are fucking dumb. And
Mm.
this is setting them back even more. So
It was
something gotta give. These kids need to go back to school.
Or I mean, but then again, I feel like if you saying the kids is dumb, that it can't just simply fall on the teachers. Like it gotta fall
So
on.
I ain't saying it was the teachers. I said that.
But you
it
saying
would
they gotta
help.
go back to school. They don't
Yeah,
just
but
because
it
they
would
going to
help
school
because
don't mean
the
that.
parents don't
So-
have time.
suppose.
But you
Yeah,
gotta
say
make.
that.
But it's like, hold on, no, because you saying they don't got time. You gotta make time.
Yeah,
like,
but they also
it's-
have a job.
But you have a kid,
We get that.
so you gotta make that shit work. It's your responsibility.
I'm not saying it's not their responsibility. What I'm saying is it would help if the kids go back to school because you know why? At the same time that the kids is in school,
Right.
it's the same time the mom and the dad has a 9 to 5.
Right.
So if they have a meeting and the kid is in school and they need help,
Force herself
Right.
on Aisha.
No,
No,
no. Finish you saying, cause listen, no, cause the point I have, cause there's times where teachers come to school with shit attitudes, and then they don't feel like teaching, then they just slap videos in. So it's like you just shipping your kid off to school thinking he gonna get smart cause he going to school. No, that's bullshit.
no,
You
no,
got to
we
do
expect them to
something,
do their job.
but they're not. We know this. This is studies. We already know teachers don't do their job from when we went to school.
Yeah, but they doing a hell of a better job than staying the fuck home and not doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot. I went to school with a lot of motherfuckers and they still not the brightest. They still not the brightest in the room. Like they still can't figure this shit out. And it's like, bro, we went to the same school. How can you not put 2 + 2 to make it 4? You know what I'm
Why?
saying?
Because some people learn differently.
A comment says, who on the panel has kids?
I do.
Al got kids. Precious got kids.
I ain't a fan.
Precious got kids. You on the fucking panel? You in
And
the
I'm
goddamn
on a
room.
fucking panel.
Today, we have Reese, Al, and Brittany as the audience.
Thank you. I don't need to be on camera, but you know.
Al has kids.
Yeah, I got a boy.
How old is
5.
little
Yeah.
Roscoe Jr.?
He 5. He be 6 this year.
And I have nieces and nephews.
Yeah, that's.
And that's on people.
Yeah, I'm like that was my first experience. My nieces and nephews. That's how I learned to.
Yeah, my little sister is 8 years younger than me. So when I was in high school and she was like super duper young, like it was like going through school all over again.
Mhm.
Like at that age when you really didn't fucking want to.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, be a teenager and have to deal with that shit. You went through that shit.
No, for sure.
You went through that shit. But yeah, no, I think it's a multifaceted conversation. I don't necessarily claim to know what the right solution is. I don't think anybody knows what the right solution is. I
know
think
what
this
it
is
is.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I think this is an unprecedented situation. No country has ever really been through this situation before.
Right.
Because if you do it, you kind of damned if you do and you damned if you don't. If you leave kids out of school for longer than what could possibly be necessary, then yes, you do end up with kids not learning as much, kids not paying attention as much. If you bring them back to school too early, you could end up with dead kids and dead teachers.
Right.
And you don't want either of those situations. So it's like,
Me personally.
and then being like, look, we have this thing to help, and everybody don't trust that thing. It's like understandable, especially from black people.
Right.
Understandable, but it's either this or dead kids, or they be in the house. Like this is it. It don't just go away. We can't just snap our fingers and it's just gonna go away.
That's fine.
So
Like I said, parents have to be parents. Because if there's no school, if there's no teachers,
right,
what the fuck is your kid gonna do? He's gonna learn from who?
you gotta learn from
He's
you.
gonna learn from you. regardless of what you're gonna teach them, you're gonna teach them something. So it's like
You ought to.
back to what I was saying earlier. If y'all not gonna teach them the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, teach them how to plumb. Teach them how to fix some brakes. Teach them how to change the oil in the car. Teach them how to braid some hair. Like give them life tools that they can,
Use to at least take care of them.
you know what I'm saying, and live off of. Like something that they can never lose. Like you can go to school and forget about why Christopher Columbus crossed the fucking ocean to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you can forget all that shit. But when you learn some shit with your hands, it's pretty much like riding a bike. Like you might forget a little bit, but once you start touching it, once you start doing it again, everything is gonna come right back.
I think I could still put a tower together, a computer tower together if I had all the pieces.
Exactly. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think I could.
That's
The comment real quick, sorry.
good.
Kia says a few things. Brittany, I'm with you. We pay the teachers, and the parents are supposed to support their learning.
Right.
She also says, how am I supposed to work and teach?
Right.
She also says, it takes a village, and teachers are a part of the village.
Right.
Naima says, homeschool parents.
So with the phrase of it takes a village to raise a child, that means you have to meet the teacher in the middle. So where the teacher is lacking at, you have to pick it the fuck up. I don't care if you got a job. Your kid, it doesn't matter if you have a job. I don't give a fuck if you just putting shirts and pants and shit on your kid's back. That's not enough. Studies show that it's not enough. You can have your kid draped in Gucci, Prada, and he still be robbing motherfuckers. That shit don't matter. You gotta make the shit that matters matter. That's it. It's called prioritizing. As simple as that. Your kid is the number one priority. I don't give a fuck about no job. I don't give a fuck about no money. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because before we had all that shit, we figured out a way. We grew shit. We figured something to fuck out to feed our family. Like you know what I'm saying, it's not just because we don't have money or we don't have the resources to get the money, we can't take care of our family. That's wrong. That's a lie. It's just in my eyes.
Especially
It makes it harder. It does make it harder. In 2021, it does make it harder. But it's not
It's
impossible.
so many avenues to make it a dollar.
That's
All right, what's up?
So,
Turn on the game.
Go ahead, Rick.
so, I feel like I disagree because people.
Hold on. If I turn it down more than this, it's off.
Is that goes? It's something like that.
turn mine.
Yeah. My ankle was low because we was recording.
Turn it down is going to the right.
Turn it back.
That's the headphones, bro. The gain is on this side. It's up here.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, Rick.
I disagree because if your kids don't got no roof over their head, I think that's the first thing. Because now I only went to college for a little bit, and I had a little psychology
How about that?
Right on.
and developmental psychology,
Right on.
and you have to have a roof over your head before you can think about anything.
Right
So
on.
if the kids do not have a roof over their head, they're going to have more than just math problems and everything else to deal with. They're going to have a problem with, they're going to be worried about where their next meal coming from and all this other stuff. They're not worried
Right.
about Gucci and stuff. I feel like that, what you instill in your kids, is that got to do with how you dress them and everything. If you prioritize Gucci or their clothing, then that's how they'll grow up. I feel like if you don't show that you care about that stuff, then they wouldn't care about that stuff. But you can't sit here and say that is not important, because that's the number one thing of somebody providing for their family is more important, I would say, than them helping their kids with homework.
I think it's a distance.
Hold on. No, just hold on.
Okay.
Cause I'm just take y'all down memory lane. Cause everybody got family down south, right or wrong? Am I correct?
No,
Everybody got family down south,
I
right?
ain't got no family.
Y'all got family.
Everybody either knows somebody or got some family down south, right or wrong. All right. Your grandfather says what? I built this house with what?
My hands.
Not a dollar, not the job from the milkman, not from running with my bare hands. So it is not impossible to put a roof over your child's head without a job. That's all I'm saying. You can figure this shit out
Right.
without having to, you know what I'm saying? Like, without putting your,
Right.
regardless of what
Right,
y'all
right.
saying, the kid comes first. If your job says you can't call out because your son is sick, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna still go to work? You tripping, bro. Because what if your son dies? You still got this job, but you ain't got no fucking kid no more. You can get another job. You can't get another kid.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You can make another one, but it's not gonna be this kid.
Right.
Like, what?
I want to interject. All right. I understand you. I see you.
I just don't understand it.
I saw you. Don't have to raise your hand. I saw you. I want to interject. I think what I'm gathering, there is a distance. I mean, there's a middle in between what y'all saying. It's called balance. You do what you can when you at home, but you also maintain a job. Now, how does that work in practice? Comes down to, like, what I've seen Precious do is try not to take shifts that are like late shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like really when you applying for a job and you get a job, whatever.
Right.
And they like, oh, when are you free? I have children,
Try to make
so
it
I have
during
to
the
be
day.
home for my children.
Mhm.
My kids get out at 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever it is.
Right.
So at the very least,
You need the morning shift.
I need the morning shift.
Gotcha.
I gotta be able to get home. That way, yeah, you're gonna be tired because you just came from work, but it's like you come home and you gotta go be a mother,
Right.
and that's part of it. I think that is the marriage between what Brittany is trying to say
No.
and what you was trying. How is it not?
No, let's go
No,
ahead.
it
Go ahead,
ain't,
Brittany. Go ahead.
Because we're talking about in quarantine days.
Right.
We're talking about those days. We're not talking about Uncle or
So you-
Papa
Right, no.
Joe
So you-
back in the down south. We're
That's
not
what I
talking
finished, bro.
about. How,
So you saying-
we're not
I
talking
mean, say
about.
facts.
So I'm confused.
We're not talking about.
So wait, no. Listen,
No, wait,
I'm
wait,
confused.
Wait. No,
So
you
you
had
saying,
your turn.
so you saying
You
because
had
it,
your
but no, I'm
turn.
saying so because it's COVID, we can't build. Is what you telling me? Because I still see motherfuckers downtown building skyscrapers, COVID or not.
How much they make a year? Before pre-COVID.
But that doesn't matter. All
It
I'm
do
saying,
matter.
how?
It matters because if you're making six figures before COVID, I'm pretty sure you'll find a way to make six figures during COVID.
So-
you have that money saved. You have that security. But for single moms, typically black single moms, they don't have that security. So when they have to take care of their kids, they put them in school. That's why they send kids to school with clothes and whatever else they want
Right.
to fucking send them there with. And
Right.
we're not saying this right, but that's what they have to do because they're single mothers.
But
they
then
don't have that support. You might
That's a whole different argument. Then we talking about a whole different topic.
we
I was talking about home families at home. That's what we were
Right,
talking about.
That's what I'm talking
You're talking about single moms. That's something different. Single moms. That's a whole different argument.
Aren't they at home?
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's what I'm saying is that's a whole different argument. We were talking about parents at home.
Parents
So
at home. That's what I'm talking about. What
Go ahead.
I'm saying is, you're talking about, you saying parents at home. If the parent is single, working from home, and they have a meeting while their kid is in school, online school, and they need help, they can't help, they do both. They can't. You either keep a roof over your head because this is an important meeting that they need to be in, or you help your kids.
So then don't come crying when your kid is trapping or doing whatever the fuck he doing. Don't come crying to us. then.
It's not crying.
It is.
No, because.
Cause then you keep saying, I don't know where I went wrong. This is where you went wrong. You know where you went wrong. When he asked you for help, when you was on that meeting and you negated him, that's where you went wrong at. You can't say you don't know where you went wrong when the nigga is asking for help and you not reaching out for help. You're not giving him help. He's saying, Mom, I need help. And you saying, I got this meeting, son. Go over there and do this. I got to do this because I got to make this money. Do what you got to do or figure that shit the fuck out on your own. Or get your little sister or your older sister to come help you and figure that shit the fuck out when she don't even know what the fuck she doing because she's still doing her schoolwork. You know what I'm saying? It's still a trickle effect. You still got to step up as a fucking adult. That's what adulthood is. If you don't have your shit right, then don't have no fucking kid. If you don't have your shit in order, you shouldn't have no kids. That's all I'm saying.
There's plenty of people that have kids.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
when you have that problem, you have to figure it out because nobody
So
told
nobody
you to have that kid.
runs. Nobody runs.
Yeah.
Nobody runs
I'm
into.
just saying we don't want to fuck up the.
Right, no, I
Nobody
understand.
runs into hard times now.
Everybody runs in a hard time.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Are you going to provide a roof over your head? your kid's head. I would rather provide a roof over my head before I get my, because I could always give my kid tutoring.
But what I'm saying is this.
If we're
If
in the
my-
house together and I
Right.
have a meeting, I'm
Right.
going to go to the meeting because that is my job. And then I'm not saying my kid
So you,
is second.
it gotta sound. It
but-
sounds like that. That's
but
exactly
the
what you're saying.
teacher's job is to help them.
But if the teacher's not helping them, then what?
Then you get a tutor. But what I'm saying is,
Then if the tutor don't help,
can't.
you just keep putting up.
How you going to say the
but you-
tutor not going to help?
Because you
You're
keep
paying
you're
for
keep
that.
putting
He
the
was saying
problem
if
onto
the
someone
tutor-
else. That's all you're doing is
How?
putting the.
You saying
If the
What I'm
teacher
saying
if the teacher
I
is
would
not
help
teaching
my-
them,
I would help my kid after school. These
Right.
kids. But what I'm saying is, for the single moms that people don't have support. So
Okay.
if you working in the home and your kid is online doing their work, like it's very complicated. And for the moms that have multiple kids that's online, you can't help all of them in work. It's impossible.
So
it don't matter.
whose problem is that?
What?
That's what when it comes to your kid, because you're saying that you don't have time for your child. Basically, you're gonna pass it off on the teachers and the tutors that you don't have time to keep teach your kid or whatever the case may be when they ask for help.
I'm just confused because how you making it seem like is for all that, then they might as well get home, like they might as well get homeschooled, and you might as well focus only thing on your kid. But then if you don't have a roof over the kid head, then what the fuck?
No, what I'm saying is because what you just said was if you're on a meeting, right?
Yeah.
If you're on a meeting and the kid says I need help, you say I'm going to get a tutor to help them. If the tutor is not helping them, then what happens? Do you just say fuck it? Do you just assume that the tutor is helping? What do you do? Because then it's like
Why
when
would
later
the
on
tutor
years,
help?
I guess
Just like-
I'm guessing what he's saying is the tutor is trying, but it's not working.
and it's no,
Like, it's not
they
getting
don't,
through to the child.
and they don't have no obligation. You're gonna pay them if they saying that. But I'm like, if they saying that they did the work, they gave him the work, you still gotta pay them. You gotta pay them.
And that's why I'm in the meeting.
So my thing is this: if your son is not learning, you're paying somebody just to sit there with your kid.
No, why would you? If it's not working, why wouldn't you change tutors? You're not going to just sit there with the same.
So then, what if? So then, what if it's a tutor group where it's a tutors community that everybody talks? Oh, who you got? You about to tutor that kid? Oh, that's cake, bro. You ain't got to do shit.
so-
You just give him some paperwork and
What
you
I'm
good.
saying is, I'm not saying that it's going to be funded by the public. I'm saying it's going to be funded out of my fund, and
No.
I'll go out and get a tutor.
I
Why
understand.
wouldn't-
I understand. I'm not saying that about the
nobody's
funding. I'm
gonna
saying
say, no, that person, you don't have to do shit for that student.
Okay.
Because I'm paying you when something is wrong in your house and you pay a plumber. You think he going to not do his fucking job? You
It's-
pay people to do what you want them to do.
But it's
And
plumbers
they
out
do
here
it.
that's janky plumbers, ain't it? Ain't it plumbers that come in your crib and say they doing this and doing that and they don't do shit
And then you get
and
it
leave with
wrong,
your
right?
yeah, but they leave with your money, right or wrong. So you cool with just blowing money? That's what I'm saying.
No,
It's
but
make
I
it
guess what she's saying is even if you go with you went with a janky plumber, whatever leak you had or the problem you had is still the problem, and you yourself is not a plumber, so you then have to go to another plumber.
right.
So regardless of
done.
whether you feel like you throwing money away, because you might feel like that,
Right.
But the problem is still there, so you do have to go with another plumber. I want to jump in and I want to say this.
Cause you can't really compare your kid to a plumber, cause when you
Yes.
like when you get it,
Let me ask you this, Al.
cause once
So,
you run out of tutors, it's
in the scenario that y'all have built,
right,
this kid can't get help from school. It's not working.
right,
You called in you try to call in a tutor. That didn't work. Right.
Right.
You have a very demanding job. Right.
right.
Okay. What advice do you give this person, this single person, whether mother or father? What advice do you give this person? Do they skip a day of work, a couple days of work? Like whatever the teacher couldn't get through and a personal tutor
Right.
couldn't get through. At the very least, you need time
Right.
to get through to this child. Yeah, slow down. You need time to get through to this child.
Right.
Suppose whatever time that would be might be, let's just throw a number out there, 5-6 days.
Right.
If you take 5-6 days off of work, you might lose that job.
Right.
Now, if you lose that job and you're the only one here to pay bills, it's just you and him or you and her, you lose that job and now that kid don't have no house. They still are not going to school now because everybody goes to school online.
So it becomes again, do you worry
No,
about?
I'm asking you,
but-
what advice do you now give that person? What do you tell them?
Your kid is number one, bro. I don't even know how else to say it. If their job,
So they should.
if the
jeopardize
job
their
is if the job is affecting the time that you feel like you need to have with your child, like if you're talking to these teachers and they keep saying I don't know what to do. If you're talking to tutors and they're saying I don't know what to do, I'm doing everything I can do, I don't know what to do. It is your job as a parent, the person that birthed them, the person that had them, to sit down with your child and figure this thing out. If not, then you have a whole life of heartache coming up. Cause this shit ain't just great in, or he ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Granted the fact it is people that just figure it out, but it's few and far between people that just figure it out.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's what too much of the shit that's going on with the youth. Niggas is realizing that that kids is too far gone. And they just saying fuck it. I'm gonna just stay away from young boy. I'm gonna just figure out a plan to go around it because I'm gonna worry about me. I gotta figure out what I gotta do for me and figure this shit out for me and figure this out and figure that out. Bro, at the end of the day, the youth is our future. Like, we're not going to get nothing done without including them. So it's like they got to be number one because our time is here and it's gone.
If this particular person
Right.
were to listen to you
Right.
and they were to take that time off,
Right.
let's say it's fractions that the kid is working on.
Right.
And they take that time off and they take a week and they work on fractions.
But it's not. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. It's not the schoolwork that's the problem. It's more like a mental and it's a focus.
It could be.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like something that he's missing. Like maybe it's you just having fun with him. Like it's something that the kid is missing, but they don't know how to express it because they're a child. So it's like they don't know how to say, "Mommy, I just miss you playing." Remember how we used to play the card games with the numbers? I just miss you doing that with me. They don't know how to express that because all they saying is, I don't know. I just don't know how to. They're not interested in it. That's all they keep thinking is I'm not interested. Then they hear people say this, or maybe he's a little slow. Maybe he's dumb. Right. Then they hear people say this, or maybe he's just a bad kid. He don't know what the fuck is da. It's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to get in there. You got to get in there because your kid is going through, just like you going through warfare. Your kid is too, bro.
Now, with that being said,
right?
Because you said something interesting,
right?
Is that the kid can't express this, right?
Right.
You, as a parent, can't read this kid's mind,
right?
All you can do is ask, and then try to help,
right?
Right.
Right.
Now, if we moving past just it being about schoolwork,
mm-hmm.
and this is a more emotional thing,
right?
That actually makes the problem a lot harder to deal with.
Okay.
That actually makes the problem a lot harder to deal with. So now I'm going with you.
Right.
I'm moving with you. So,
right.
Okay. Now we've moved past this. We've somehow figured out that this issue ain't the actual schoolwork.
Right.
This is a different type of issue.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that parent can go through in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That parent can go through and say, "Is it this thing? Is it this thing? Is it this thing? Is
right.
it this thing?" Right? And we can. I bet if we try,
mm-hmm.
we can probably come up with reasons as to why that kid would deny, even if it is true.
Right.
Would deny whatever reasoning you could come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because we not spending time together? Do you miss your mother, your grandmother, your father, your uncle, your this?
Mm-hmm.
Is it this thing? Is it this? And they might say no to all of it.
Right.
Right. We've seen kids deny
all of it.
Deny shit that is absolutely provable true.
Right.
Now, once you get there, and you physically you can jam. Not jam. You can pry as much as you want to, but if this kid ain't giving you anything, what do you do? Like how do you handle this? If you gotta be able to feed this person.
Right.
If this kid is the most important person.
Right.
And this is the most important thing, this motherfucker got to eat.
Right.
So that means you got to work.
Right.
So it's like I can't work on. You would have to concede that I cannot work on this issue ad nauseum until I then lose my job. Now I can maybe work on getting a job that gets me more time, right? We can make that argument that maybe I can try to find a job that pays me more
Right.
but I work less. I
Right.
don't know what that job is.
Or a job that you can work from home, or that you can
Or a
be
job
around.
you can work from home.
Right.
Working from home doesn't necessarily mean you have more time.
No,
It just means you in the room.
for sure. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like more of a job where you're more in demand.
More,
Right.
yeah, more. So, if we're there,
Right.
you would have to concede. Would have to concede that eventually this person has to, at the very least, table this issue to be able to go and work. Right or wrong.
I mean,
At
honest,
the very least.
yeah, like I really do, bro. I hear what you're saying, but it's like your kid is like they didn't ask for the shit. They didn't ask for the.
But if you don't go, they
But
don't
what
eat.
I'm saying is this:
If
if you're not financially stable or together, you shouldn't have no kids. Is all I'm saying.
true.
So that's the prop. That's the what you need to do is when you're trying to figure this problem out, you need to look in the mirror. You need to figure out where you.
But the milk is already spilled at that point.
Yeah, but you still gotta figure it out. So it's like now that the milk is spilled, do you just keep letting it run off the table?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. You
That's
go
what
back
I'm
to the
saying.
root and you
I'm
figure
saying-
out
I'm
what the
saying
problem
that
Can
is.
I interject?
Just
Other
hold
people
on.
was interjecting.
You talking about me? Me interjecting?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry to disrespect. Shut up.
Listen. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is if we dealing with a child who may need more emotional help, there are other ways than you missing work to handle that situation. There's therapy, there's counseling. Maybe you're a more spiritual person and you may need to have a pastor come and talk to them or whatever.
But it's COVID. But it's COVID. So everything shut down. COVID 2.0, everything shut
Yeah,
down.
but these
So how
things
did-
are
no.
still available.
But so
you just can't do them in person.
But so how does these things get worked out? You're gonna call this doctor every time. What if this doctor doesn't answer the phone?
No, you don't. It's a weekly thing.
Well, no, that's what I'm
You
saying.
see a doctor weekly.
So that's what I'm saying. If you're having a moment at this point in time and you already had your session, it's like then what? You got to call this doctor again, right?
No. You have weekly sessions, and this child has to work through what these problems are.
Right.
You and this child, because y'all can go together.
Right.
Y'all can go together,
Right.
but you and this child have to work through whatever this problem is. Now, in my opinion, and me, Reese's opinion, I always tend to say, not always, but I tend to think that a big number of children probably aren't good for therapy because you do the work in therapy. They don't do the work for you. Like, a lot of people who've never been think that you go and the doctor does all the work for you. That's not how it works. They guide you. They help you. But the work that gets done, you have to want to do better. You have to want to be different. It's work. A lot of times, children don't really fully understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, going with your original point, let's say this is about trying to figure, like, let's say the root of the issue that we don't know is that. Just let me finish this statement and I'll come to you, okay?
Thanks.
And then we're going to move on. We're going to move on from this
I'm at
entire
the
topic.
closing statement.
You're not having the closing. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. But let's say the root of the issue is a child. So let's say the root of the issue is, me and mommy used to spend way more time together when I was, younger. And that was a thing that this child got attached to. And the older I get, the less connected we feel. So I lash out from that. Right? Let's say that's the root. Now, a child can't tell you that. That's a little bit above,
Right.
their intelligence to just tell you that. Right? And you, as a parent, don't know because they can't tell you. Right? That's the thing you have. That's not a thing you get to in the first conversation.
No.
Like with a therapist.
Right.
That's the thing you come to through time.
Right.
Right? So, would it be reasonable for, even if the problem persists for some time, but it's being worked on, for this parent to then do their job? Would you concede to that at least? Because it's not you put your child first. You are trying to work on the problem, but you are also going to work. Would you concede to that? No.
No, I mean, but that's
You think it should be you? You should
bro,
be there.
because who knows your child better than you? Who loves your child better than you, bro? Nobody's gonna. I get it that they're schooled to know that these symptoms that they're supposed to understand these things, but at the end of the day, bro, you know your kid. You had like before he could even walk, talk, like make any gestures. You learned this child. Like
But
you.
they're a human person, and humans keep secrets, man.
I get that, bro. But that's what I'm saying. So, as the conversation is everything. Conversation is everything. You had
They
that.
don't always have a conversation, bro.
You just said, but you just said that you're not going to get that through the first conversation with the psychiatrist. So yeah, no, one conversation is not going to get. You're not going to get that from your kid with one conversation.
Right.
Continue to have those conversations. Make it a routine.
So you can have those conversations at work, though.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, all right.
Or you can have them.
All I'm trying to do is find middle ground.
Right. But my thing.
I'm trying to find middle ground between what you.
But what I'm saying is this. All right, say. Excuse me. What can you not rap from the crib? You can rap from the crib, right?
Yes.
You can still take care of a kid. If you was an artist, you would be able to paint from the crib. If you was a contractor, you'd be able to take your kid to the job, correct?
No.
When it's your business, when you own the shit, you can do what the fuck you want to do, right? So make it a way.
Possible to do that, yes.
Make it. What they want to say? They want to say you can't have your son in your truck while you in the house working, or while you working on the house. Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is? Yeah, no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about a independent contractor, like going around houses, mason work, painting, whatever the case may be. You can have your kid there all the time. And what is that doing with them? With them being there, they're learning what? They're learning tools that they will never lose ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they can still make money, regardless if you interested. Bro, regardless if you interested or not, and you knew how to cut hair, you was flat, bro. What you gonna do? Simple as that, bro.
What's up?
I just had a question.
What's up?
What age group were you talking about?
I wasn't
Because
trying to
I'm
actually.
confused.
I personally feel like you're probably talking about a younger age group than maybe I'm talking about, but I say that in the same breath, I wasn't specifically talking about. I was talking about a younger kid, like maybe 8, 9,
Right.
maybe 7, 8, 9, something
Right.
in that area, where it's like you can have a conversation with
Right.
them, but that doesn't mean that they know how to interpret what they're actually feeling to be able to tell you.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. Now, if maybe
I was on the same, like even a little younger than that. Like that's that's all the same realm. Like they don't really know how to express their feelings, but they know they feel in the way. You know what I'm saying?
I was confused because I didn't know what age group, and also I feel like sometimes in the conversation between y'all two, it was more pre-COVID, and I know we was talking about COVID times.
I'm talking about both.
Oh, okay. I was confused. That's why I had my hand up. That's why. That's it.
Okay.
Next topic.
Yeah, let's move on.
I think I need to still be here.
That might not.
They gonna need shot.
By any means necessary, dog. Bro, go ahead. You had some topics.
Yeah.
Give me one.
I had a question. Looking at our community and where we come from. If it was all on your shoulders, like how would you start as far as rebuilding?
No, Brittany, put your goddamn hand down. Just enjoy the show.
Cause I mean we from the same area, so it's like you know what our shit look like. You know what's fucked up.
How would I start? It's
Where
all
would
on my shoulders.
Where would you start it?
I can control it all.
All of it.
Okay. So, first thing I'm doing, I'm making marijuana legal,
Okay.
and I'm decriminalizing marijuana.
Okay.
That's number one. It's not a hard. This is not a drug that kills people. This is not a thing that's going to kill you.
Right.
We should not. It works. This can be out like just like alcohol.
Right.
It should be.
And
That's
it should
where
bring the
we're
revenue
moving
up.
to in the country anyway. We should have it.
They legalized heroin. I mean, not that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's harder drugs even being legalized. That is true.
Heroin is legalized?
Not everywhere. Not
Wow.
Washington.
yeah, in Washington, certain states.
Wow.
Certain states. yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, because when you decriminalize harder drugs, right?
All right.
It's all in moderation.
You can have like certain not necessarily rehab centers,
Right.
but like I forget what they called it, but basically they help you wean yourself off.
Okay.
So like yeah, you'll have it, but you have it less and less and less and less and less till you don't need it. Versus you going to jail for it.
So is heroin is that a man-made drug? Like, do people make that? Is that something you mix together and it becomes that,
all
or
of
is
these
it?
things are chemical to a degree. Versus
No, I mean, cause
versus marijuana that's
yeah.
grown.
From
So that-
opioids,
But I think cocaine
opioids.
comes from a plant too, or something like that. Cocaine comes
Yeah,
from a
but
plant.
I mean, well, everything
So
comes
coca
from the
leaf
earth.
Yeah, but no, that's not
Everything. But I understand what you're saying.
right. So, cause I don't really know too much about cocaine, but from what the movies and TV say, you can break the shit, like you can like almost make it to its purest form from just a leaf. Like maybe you gotta like let it dry out or do some more other shit. Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah.
So I start there, right?
Right.
Because doing that should, in theory, get that's a new revenue service.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
That's a new revenue service.
Mhm.
You create jobs, and in theory, it should bring home people not non-violent offenders. Should be this set free from jail.
Right.
The second thing I would do is I would make private prisons illegal. Like I wouldn't just shut down like certain private illegal.
Right.
Amen.
All of them. Private prisons, I'm done with that.
Period.
We don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
What else would I would do?
Somebody said you should give her a mic.
But that's just
No, that's all right.
that's just you know what I'm saying. Remember, we just in our neighborhood right now.
Depends on
That's just a neighborhood. I ain't,
Okay.
Alright.
I'm still
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
It ain't. I ain't the mayor of just the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. No. I know. I just didn't want you to.
All,
I didn't want
but
you
hear
to
me
go
out.
across the
So,
board. Right.
what am I doing after that? I'm starting from the top and I'm working my way down. Right.
Mhm.
I'm starting from the top, working my way down. So what else am I doing? To be honest with you, I'm taking away churches tax the churches tax exemption. Churches tax exemption.
Right.
Churches should pay taxes.
Mhm.
We are a country that separates church from state. Y'all pay taxes.
Right.
Pay these taxes. Okay? What else am I doing? I am like when I say police reform, like that might not even be the fucking word.
Right.
I'm not talking dismantling.
Right.
We do need fucking
Police.
to
Right.
a degree.
No, I got you.
But I'm talking about an overhaul.
Yeah.
An overhaul. He asked me, he didn't ask you.
I need a turn,
Joe-
though. Can I
Huh?
get a turn?
No, you're not a part. You're not on the show.
Can I get a turn?
Yeah, I got you when he
The
done.
fuck? No. My fault,
You
bro.
good?
Like I said, what else? I would want to set up some. I would say that I would hope that the different businesses that get started from legalizing marijuana, like all those businesses that's going to get started from that,
Mm-hmm.
I would take a piece of those taxes that they're going to have to pay,
Right.
and those would get funneled back into the community. Now, what ways would they get funneled back into the community? They get funneled into the schools. Actually, fuck that. All their taxes. Every tax they pay, it don't go to nobody else. It go
Right.
here. It go here. It go here. So it get funneled back into the schools, right? So it's not like the government is not like schools are only dependent upon this branch of the government. This other thing also helps too. That would increase teachers' wages. That would increase books. That would make for better atmospheres at school and safety.
Right.
In school.
But all right, my fault, not to cut you off. I feel like that's an easy question, right? Like that's, I mean, if you was the governor, what if you was just you?
Just me? Oh, what would I like? Just me?
Just you. Like if tomorrow was the day that you.
Well, I told you what I want to do is start the charity. Thank you. Yeah, start a charity that helps people help people try to create their own businesses. I think that we have, especially here in Philly,
Right.
we have a multitude of entrepreneurial spirits,
Right.
without any capital and without any fucking safety nets.
Right.
And I think I personally feel like, if I'm being honest with you, a lot of white people tend to have safety nets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we don't have that.
Right.
So a lot of us are afraid to venture out and do anything other than just work for another person.
Right.
Some people, look, that's fine.
Right.
I mean, if you start a business, you gotta have somebody working that motherfucker, so somebody gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of people who have entrepreneurial spirits who end up having to who can't try, because of this thing.
Right.
I think that creates a lot of businesses, a lot of black-owned businesses that will hire black people.
Right.
I think creating jobs gets a lot of crime to go down, personally.
Okay. So what's the first, like, what's the first step in
doing that?
get into charity?
I don't know. I would have to have a lot of money to do that.
Okay.
I would
So
have to have I would have to hit the fucking lottery or some shit.
you think that would be the only way you would be able to do it?
I mean, of course, it's like smaller things you can do to just help.
That's what I'm saying. So
I
like
said,
for somebody
you can organize things. Like, it depends on the thing you care about the most.
Right.
Let's say if you're a parent. We were talking about the other week. Let's say if you're a parent and you feel a way about the schools or whatever. So, in your spare time, you come up with a way to. What does the school need? School
Right.
needs books. Okay, let's talk to the fucking principal about how they get books. How can I help this thing?
Right.
Okay, we do fundraisers to help with books. All right, bet. Let's go start a better fundraiser. They can only do certain things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they found, a school can't go out and go look for rappers to perform or whatever, because it's technically inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe something like that. That's something a person could do.
Right.
A regular person could do. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, I
Shit like that.
wanted to see what
depends
you
on what it is.
like. If you
Okay,
was,
Brittany, give me one. One, and this your last thing.
Alright, ask me the question again.
This your last thing.
After
you say
if
this,
you-
You said the governor. If I was
No.
the governor.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna give you the governor question first. Yeah, if you was the governor, how would you?
Yeah,
you
so
better make this good. This better
I'm
be
very.
dope as shit.
All right, what can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pro-black.
Right.
So all my things will be all pro-black. I feel like as a community, we should start by eliminating sell out black cops and all white cops. So if you are not have a good background in the community, in the black community, then you cannot be a cop in the black community. Because I think that we can't have any sellouts that will sell black people out.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't have compromised cops that are infiltrating the community with drugs.
Infiltrated?
Yeah, that one.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you.
Thank you. And then we can't have that. So that's the first thing I would do, because there's too many black people dying. Also, I would throw so much money into education, basically from K to 4th grade, because by the 4th grade they know how many jails they need to make. So, yeah, everybody needs to know that. So if your kid can't read by the 4th grade, they already
We talked
got-
about that on the last pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a bed for them. So I would put a lot of money in education for at least elementary schools. I will also start growing gardens in every
There we go.
community.
Mm-hmm.
I would put a lot of money into that because there's a lot of poor black people, and not only just gardens, but we would have like healthy eating classes or whatever. We would have like donations where not only we'll teach them how to cook, but they can come to the kitchen and take whatever they need to make the meals because some people don't have that. So I need my community to be healthy. I need them to be wise first, and then I would start working on expunging some people's
Criminal background.
criminal background, even the ones, well, all non-violent ones. And then
Is she being heard through the microphones?
Yeah, I can hear her.
non-violent, and then after that, then we would work on jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I would I would give jobs to them that will help. Like, all right, we need a garden keeper, so we will teach them how to garden and whatever, and we pay them a livable wage.
Yep.
For the people that's coming out of jail, and I would specifically get them to do that type of stuff because when they come out into this world, it's hard for them to get a job.
Yep.
Even though people say, "Oh, well, I had a felony and I got a job," not everybody is the same. So everybody can't get the same jobs, and it's too many felons out here that don't have a job. And if they all fill out all those jobs, what other job is they going to do? They're going to go back to the streets. So that's what I'm going to teach people. And I'm going to teach them about investing. I'm going to have everything that's good for the black community. We need to learn how to build general wealth, generational wealth. We need to teach these people how to invest their money. Even if it's $20, you'll be richer way more than the person who don't invest $20 a month. So that's what I would do. I would teach. We would have credit. It was just all if I was governor,
Right.
I would invest a lot of money into those things because I think that will give us a chance to build. I don't feel like putting all this money into entrepreneurship will really necessarily help the black community, although they have programs to help black communities specifically to get their business off the ground, but it's never going to be the same as if the Dominicans or whatever come over here and build their business up, their poppy store, they get tax free for like 10 years or so. So you're never going to be that way. So I feel like building a business is good. I mean, like I'm seeing so many young black kids building businesses, but I feel like we also need workers. We also need educators and everything to go to college and stuff. So I think that's more important than supporting people in the entrepreneurship.
Why can't both things be true at the same time?
Because some businesses we don't need necessarily. I'm thinking hardcore. What can level up our community, and I feel like that will level up our community.
You think if
they open up a store that's selling platters, I don't think we already have a lot of those. Everybody can cook.
Okay.
We don't need no more platters.
But
If people gotta eat.
But if people go there and
Cook.
eat,
That's why we have a cooking class,
but if
a healthy cooking class.
Right.
And,
Okay.
and it's indirect because if we teach these kids how to eat healthy at a young age, that's how they're going to eat for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And that will cut down a lot of stuff diabetes, which runs rampant in the black community, high blood pressure, which runs rampant. That's our main two problems. And what is the number one disease in the world?
Cancer, right?
No,
Oh, no.
heart disease.
Oh, okay.
So we have to focus on that because that means it's black people because we have high blood pressure. So we have to focus on that to keep these people alive. And we teach them how to eat so they won't have to go to, I'm not trying to like say mom and pops because that's what I eat. But they don't have to eat a platter with all this fucking salt and grease. So I think that if we do that as a community, that will build us up where we don't need that type of stuff. We need people who's going to school to be lawyers so we can fight the cops or whatever to get our people out and not go to prison and stuff like that. We need people that we can trust. So the educators, the students that we teaching to be go to college and become teachers and stuff like that. Somebody that looked like me, all my teachers was mostly white. So I feel like if we have students that go to school to be teachers or to be doctors or whatever like that, that will help our community out. Because in white communities, specifically in Indian and basically Asian, either North Asian or South Asian, they always have, they send their kids to school, and that's generational. Like, you go to school, you go to college, you get your doctorates, and that's it. You're not getting nothing lower than that. And I think that more black people should be more like them. We should do more things like them. White people, they have doctors, they have lawyers, they have those type of people in their family that can help them out. We don't. So I think if we invest in our kids at a younger age, they will love to go to school because they see people like us and they know that they can do it.
I mean, not to cut you off or nothing. It's not that black people don't go to school for that. It's just that we're not glorified or put in a position to the point where we're plastered all over the place where everybody knows this. They either push us to the back or they don't give us a shot at all. Like you hear multiple stories where it's people of color. I'm not going to just say black people. It's people of color. They have all the credentials and some, and they still don't get a shot, or they still get the short end of the stick. It's like, then at that point, it's like, what do you do at that moment?
Well, it's not a lot of black teachers. Now, I'm not saying it's not a whole lot, but when you look at the statistics of people becoming teachers and stuff like that, it's more like the white people and everything like that. Because when you look at the statistics of how many white people that are in Philadelphia that are teachers, it's a lot of them. And don't get me wrong, Philadelphia do not make their teachers do not make nothing compared to Montgomery County. So when you look at that, why would a black person want to be there?
I mean,
we are ready for it. Why would we go into a career that only makes 40 grand?
But what makes you think that that they're not applying for the job and they're just not getting it? Like, what makes you think that the school is just not picking the white face over the black face or the color face?
Because I feel like most of the schools in Philadelphia, majority are in the black neighborhood.
Right.
All the public schools.
Right.
So you see like a couple of of black faces in there.
Right.
Not too many, and I'm not saying that they not overlooking them, but it was some lady from Montgomery County, and she was African, and they begged her to come to Philadelphia to teach, but she said no.
Right.
They don't make enough. They don't pay enough.
See, but then I feel like it's a real another disconnect, only because as a teacher, your main job is I believe to help. So granted the fact you're not making enough, that shouldn't stop you from doing your job any less or any better. Another thing is when I was in school, when I was in middle school, I had a few teachers of color, and it was like it was more of like a they cared, and I don't want to. I'm not going to just say that my color teachers cared, but it just felt that way. It felt more like they reprimanded you when you needed to be reprimanded, and the other teachers, it was just more of they would say something to you, They didn't say nothing to you. They just want to give you the attention, and then it's like send you down the river. You know what I'm saying? Like next thing you know, either if you're not getting the attention, you get suspended. Like they take it to the point where it's like they're I don't want to say they're not teaching you a lesson, but they're not, I guess, taking the time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like a getting the connection. Like when I was younger, I felt that like teachers was trying to connect. Yeah, like the teacher, right? I mean, I'm not.
But can I just cut you off real quick? I feel like the way, because they all right. So listen, if you grew up in a white neighborhood and you didn't have Black history, you wasn't around a whole bunch of Black kids.
I went to school like that.
And you come into this community where it's all Black kids and they act totally different than what you used to.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know how to like maneuver around that. Like it's the same for cops. Like they have white cops that's from the suburbs that don't see guys out there they don't have corner stores and Chinese stores and people waiting outside for their food.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's a whole group of guys just doing nothing and about to get into trouble. But really, they probably be waiting for their food at the coffee store, waiting for their food at the Chinese store, but all they see is a whole bunch, and then that's what they see on TV. So I feel like that kind of plays a part in their psychological thought when they interact with Black kids.
But your job is not to judge.
Yeah.
That's judging off a book, like from the front cover.
That, but you can't. You see a fucking lion eating somebody on TV. You see a lion out on the street. You dicking it. I don't care what you say. You going to see that. You judging that lion. That lion probably not even worried about you. It's probably about to go eat that cat.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
Something like that. So like you can't. This is what people. Their environment. It's a big thing with people. Is an environment. Kind of shapes how you are. It shapes your thought process. It shapes everything. You probably have a different. You probably street smart.
But let me ask you this. A lot like to go back to the lion thing. Which lion do you think is more likely to attack you? The lion that's just over there minding his business on the corner, or the lion that you done provoked time and time again, and he done had enough? So it's like no, because what it is this: the cops might be judging the people on the corner, but 9 times out of 10 they done fucked with them kids for no reason. They done said some old smart ass shit. What you out here doing? Y'all selling drugs? Said some shit like that didn't need to be said. Instead of, hey, you guys okay? What you guys doing out here? Waiting for your food? You know what I'm saying? Give them the benefit of the doubt. It's a lot of teachers
and.
And
no lion the benefit of the doubt. If he's
so
over there, I'm running because I know when I see on TV when a lion is within running distance and I'm not that fast.
So I feel like I feel like you can't really
lion and I'm dicking it. I don't care.
But you can't compare the two. I feel like because a lion is a savage beast. That's what he's supposed to do is eat. And, so honestly, he's not doing nothing wrong, is he? Is he doing something wrong? Honestly, he's not doing nothing wrong. Honestly, the lion is doing exactly what he's genetically built to do. You're in the wrong position. That's just what it is. So either don't fuck with that lion.
It's an environment thing. That's what I'm trying to explain.
So
because did you see if the lion? Listen, let's not even use a fucking lion.
Right.
Your environment shapes your thought. Your environment, even when somebody's having a baby, that kind of shapes. It starts from the what's the saying? The neuter. The I can't even think. But it starts from the womb to the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
So
if she being picked up from over there, she get picked up from over here.
The womb from the tomb.
So it's not like the camera looking at
from the womb to the tomb. I got you.
From the womb to the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna bring my food.
Nobody wants to see that foolish.
So if somebody if somebody was to have a child, the womb, their environment, like stress, whatever, because the environment the mom is in, that's the environment the baby is in.
Mm-hmm.
So stress could help make you miscarry,
Mm-hmm.
make you. It can have all types of effects. It can make you the baby more anxious
Yep.
when it comes out.
Mhm.
So your environment kind of predicts how you're gonna be.
Right.
So you can't. These cops haven't been in this environment. You take something out of their environment and stick them into something else. They on survival mode.
So then I feel like those police that can't handle that shouldn't be police.
I agree.
Cause it's like at this point it's like, so we're gonna keep giving you passes for being nervous when your job is to be calm, cool, and collected
Well,
and keep.
we black, so that's what we have to do. That's
No, I'm talking about the police. Your job is to de-escalate the situation and protect. But your job is to de-escalate the situation. When the situation seems like it's getting out of hand, your job is to calm shit down.
right.
Not pull your gun, not start screaming racial slurs or cuss words at the people because they're not listening to your orders. Your order under all circumstances, you're supposed to keep calm and remain a police officer. But we keep seeing time and time again these police officers in our black neighborhoods. It's not in the white neighborhoods that they lose they cool, because it's not like, oh, just because
they lived in that environment. You took somebody out of their environment and put them in an environment that they're not comfortable with. But not only did they choose this,
right.
but they feel like, okay, well, let's start here. Half of the fucking police, that's a gang.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a gang, and there's a lot of it's a lot of racism.
Right.
So that kind of fuels things too. So you put
Right.
some racist person because they don't have black history in their school. They don't have they don't have to deal. They've never been through anything that the black person been through. So they, besides regular life shit, but like survival shit, hearing gunshots and shit
Right.
like that, they never been through that. So you take them out of the suburbs and put them the fuck over here in North Philly.
Right.
That's a whole different thing.
So
they
then-
never seen no shit like that. They never seen loitering in front of a building.
Right.
They never seen a group of people just having fun in front of their house.
Okay.
They never seen it.
So let me ask you this: so when they're disrespected in the suburbs by a white person, and they don't have the same reaction as then what? Like when they ask them to get out the car and they say, no, fuck you, I don't have to get out of my car, I don't have to do none of this shit. And then they snatch them out the car and they tussling with them. And this whole time they never take deadly force, like as if they was to be dealing with a person of color. Then what becomes an excuse? Is it because you're in your stomping grounds that you're more comfortable to fight? Like you're not so intimidated by danger? Is that what it is? Because these same guys that's arguing with you can do the same shit that this black guy that you was arguing with in the neighborhood or that you shot down in the neighborhood can do to you. So it's like,
one difference.
what? Skin
You
color.
see white on white crime on TV.
As far as what have I seen a white person? I'm
I'm
like, yeah, I'm like, but I just seen a white man.
but it's not called that.
The white man
How
just
often,
shot.
though? How in the past?
It's never called white on white crime.
But
you see white people doing shit to other white people
All the time.
all the time. You
Cold
just
case
don't-
files,
it's-
forensic files.
It's
It's all.
easily, especially from a white person's point of view, it's easily ignored
when
because
do
that's
they
not
put-
the other.
When do they plaster a white guy tussling on the ground with another white cop
They never do.
on TV?
But it happens.
It happens,
After-
but do
But they
they
never do.
plaster
After
it on
Super
TV?
Bowls, after any big fucking riot or parade or anything that has to do with like oh they was rioting because like I said Super Bowl or fucking any other
Right. Basketball
But you
shit.
don't
shit
see
like that. You tend to you absolutely, especially if it's more of a I would say a white team, but a team that's in like a Boston team where it's more white people and different shit like that. Like yeah, you tend to see this stuff a lot on TV. It's not seen the same way because they're not black. Black people are evil on TV. White people are fucking mischievous on TV.
Or just intoxicated. They give them
They're just
intoxicated.
intoxicated.
Right.
Or they was drunk. They was a little too rowdy. They
Right.
were-
So if you
But
see
these
that,
motherfuckers is doing some evil when
If
it's
you-
black people.
if you see
If
that,
you see that, yes. I'm basically coming to the same point as you,
Right.
but what I'm trying to say is, it's not that they don't see it, it's that they see it, but it don't register the same way when they see it.
So my thing is this: how does that, like, how is that accepted? Like, how can we just
So
like be fine with the
What I-
fully, or
what
how
I
can we
gather-
just be like, oh no, we just gotta understand that because they're from the suburbs, they're just quicker to shoot our kids than shoot the white
We
kids.
don't understand it. That's the problem.
So then, how do we fix it?
We can't.
I feel like that's bullshit.
How can we fix it?
We have to
We
put our
would've fixed it
we
already.
we have to figure, because what people do this, we can't fix it, so fuck it. No, you have to put our heads together. Everybody as a fucking parent and as an adult have to band together, right or wrong. If we was to all stand together, what the fuck can they do? It's just as simple as that. If everybody was to have this mindset that if we all was to stand together and say you are not going to kill our kids no more.
you mean like they did this past summer?
No, because that's not what everybody did. That's what I'm saying. That's not what everybody
It
did.
was a lot of people.
But bro, you know that's not what everybody was doing. Everybody, I just said if everybody has the same mindset, right? Didn't I just say that? Everybody has the same mindset. There's no way that we can be beat. Period. So because that everybody doesn't have the same mindset is because we're divided. That's why we're divided. Is what I'm saying.
Has that ever happened before?
No.
How
So do we stop trying?
I'm not saying no.
Because that's what it sounds like you're saying. It sounds like
That's
because
not what I'm
because history says that
No,
it didn't happen, you just say
That's
fuck it.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's-
That's definitely not what I'm saying.
I mean, it's
No, no. What I'm saying is, okay,
right.
you've given me the premise.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in what way do we get there? How does, like, saying that everybody be on the same accord?
You find you find people alike. That's how you get
Everybody
anything.
ain't like-
It
I
wasn't-
said you find them. That's
was
it. You
several
gotta find
people
them.
alike. It was
But-
several people marching. It was several people around.
So
the
because it
world.
didn't work one time, do you give it
Around
up?
the world. No, it's not just.
So that's
not
what
just this time.
So what?
It been.
So do you give
many
up?
years.
Is all I'm saying. Is
It's
do you
been
just
so many
do you be
years,
fine with your
100
kid being
plus
terrified, being
years.
stopped by the police, thinking he's going to be shot every time he's stopped by the cops? Is that fine with you? Let's just tell me that.
I didn't say it.
It
Was
sounds like
fine.
that's what you're saying because you're
No.
saying that it happened years and years and years and years again. Is time today not better than it was back then? It is, right? Somewhat. So we're making progress. If we continue to work, what can happen? Or what's going to happen?
No, we only getting the crumbs. We only getting what they.
Because
give.
we're accepting that shit.
We're not accepting.
All right.
How could you say somebody is accepting that?
You just
they-
said it.
No, I didn't.
You
say
just said
I
it's
didn't-
been happening for years.
Okay, I didn't say I accepted it.
So what is that?
I said it been happening for years. So, after slavery, it been happening.
Right.
After that, it been happening.
And it's gotten better.
After that,
Every
it
year,
been
every
happening.
stage has gotten better, right?
And why?
Because we tried. Motherfuckers laid their life down and tried. You gotta try.
We laying our lives down every day. Why do
So-
we have to lay our lives down for something that we are deserving of?
Damn. We deserving to be the
We deserve
bottom?
to live. What the fuck is you talking about?
So
Why do we
what
have to
I-
lay our life down for the freedoms that we supposed
'Cause
to already have?
Because we already see that they're not giving it to us. Right or wrong? They took the shit from us and they're not giving it back to us, right? We've been trying, we've been asking, we've been pleading. Hands and knees.
So what we
Kumbaya
do? What we
singing.
do? Go to war?
We figure it the fuck out, or we
That's the only thing. That's the only
exclude
thing.
them from the situation. We build our own shit, our own schools, our own hospitals, our own everything. So we don't need them no more.
In
So
Tulsa, Oklahoma, they blew it the fuck up.
so then we do what? We learn from what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we figure out a better way so they can't do that shit no more.
They
We in
only-
2021.
They only know blood. That's it.
I'm not talking about them. Fuck them. I'm talking about us. We know everything. We are intelligent. Go and do the hit and just look
So,
at the history.
if I'm
The
going-
inventions is from us.
If I'm going by your premise, do we find new land somewhere else and go there and rebuild, or do we try to rebuild here? Because building here is a lot fucking harder, and it's going to take a whole lot of time.
Right, a whole lot of
Actually, it's
firepower.
hard either way,
Right, it is.
but it's going to be pushed back.
But that's a conversation that should be worth willing to have. Everybody should be worth willing
Because
to have
people
that.
are, because people
We
like
had the
Elon Musk and
But it shouldn't be a had. It should be we're having. Because the shit ain't fixed. So it shouldn't be a past tense anything. It should be, we're still working on this shit to figure it out until the day you die. Because you are ultimately, you're trying to make this place good for who? Once you have a child, it's no longer about you no more. Fuck you.
Did you put on your social media that this show was
It's about the kid. So it's like when
yeah.
I don't know if I believe that, but okay, I hope so. Continue.
my whole thing is this, man. This shit you doing is it's cool and it's good for you, but you trying to leave a legacy. And if you not, I don't know what the fuck you out here doing. You trying to make your shit live forever. So at the end of the day, I'm not just trying to be a regular mailman, or I gotta figure out how to help my people or help this situation, because we already seeded this shit.
Right.
We stuck in shit. So we just live in
So
shit.
when do you think that it's possible? Like, what is the time? Like, how much time do you think we need to do
It ain't
exactly
no,
what you think?
you can't put no time frame on it, because we don't know. It's the unknown. So we don't know when they're going to give us what the fuck we deserve, or when they're going to say.
I'm done with asking them for anything.
So that's what I'm saying. So even with us dividing ourselves from them, they still got to give us our space. They still got to give us something. Like, you know what I'm saying, they still got to leave us the fuck alone.
We've been working for whatever we want. So what we do is, because everybody is not like-minded as us,
Right.
what can we do? Because if we let the traders in, that's what happened. That's why we ended up in
True.
slavery.
That's true.
So where do we cross the line at? When we say, oh, you black, do we say, oh, you black, but you got a white wife?
But
you could come in.
That's not
You
even
do
about
that?
black. It's not about black and white. It's about it's
about
about the
that.
people. It's about the cause. It's about the poor. It's about the less fortunate.
I don't
That's
care.
what we
I don't
fighting
care.
for.
No, we're not talking about the less fortunate, because white people are less fortunate.
That's what I'm saying. So the ones
And
that
they didn't give a fuck about black people. They wanted to know that they was better than black
But see,
people.
what you're not understanding
So
is
that's
this.
what I'm saying.
But this what you're not understanding.
Us being
The same.
so kind and so nice to them
You're not understanding.
every time.
They in the same shit we in. You're not understanding. They're in the same predicaments we're in.
So why would
Their
we-
kids are getting beat. Their kids are getting shot. Their kids, all that same shit is happening to their kids too. They're in the same situation, just like Hispanics. They're in the same situation
And
as us.
they don't care. They put
Ex-
their people first.
Exactly.
So we're gonna do the same.
Don't you?
That's why I'm saying we have to put the people. You have to figure
What
out
people?
the
What
people that's not in good positions, the less fortunate. We have to figure out a way to make us on the same
Who's
level.
less fortunate?
You just said it.
Black people?
Black people, white people, Hispanic people. It's multiple people.
No,
multiple
you
people.
have to draw the line. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's a line you have to draw. If we, as a black community, is gonna get ahead, we can't depend on other people to hold us the fuck up. We have to do it on our own. If we want the independence that we want,
That's what I said.
then
Right.
we have to. No, you
I
did
didn't say
not.
that.
You said
I didn't say
less
separate us.
fortunate people. You
That's-
said you included them,
Bro,
No.
because that's they're fighting for the same cause as us.
no.
What the
No.
economical freedom?
What
Yes,
I'm-
they are.
What I'm saying,
Everybody's fighting for the same thing. What are you
if
talking about?
everybody was fighting for the same thing, then we would have had what we wanted.
They're just not on the same page like you just said. What are you talking about? We're all fighting for the same end goal. If we all was to sit down and look at it, we all want the same thing: to live comfortable, our families be comfortable, and everybody be happy.
That's what Fred Hampton was
Period.
trying to do.
That's what everybody wants to do. So at the end of the day,
got
it's
the
this.
freedoms that black people
What?
don't have.
All I'm saying is this.
I'm confused.
You're saying because you keep saying all white people is not rich. So you're saying white people have the freedoms that we no all white
They
people
do.
not all white
They
people
do.
do. That's what I'm saying. You're
Their
naive to
color
it.
is a pass.
It's not.
If you what?
You're tripping.
You tripping.
I seen white people get treated like niggas. I seen it.
I didn't say all. I said majority of the white people have a fucking pass.
So I'm
And
not
that's
talking
the
about them.
truth.
So I'm not talking
That's
about
the
them.
truth.
So that's not who I'm talking about.
No,
I'm
you
talking about the
ain't.
motherfuckers that ain't getting passes. That's what I'm talking about. The people that's in the struggle with me. It's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the motherfuckers that's in the higher up buildings. I'm not even talking about the black uppity motherfucking bourgeoisies. I'm not talking about them because they're comfortable. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that's in the trenches with me, that's struggling, that's hungry, just like me, that wants a better life for our children. Period. That's all I'm talking about.
And it's some of those people that you're saying are racist. So you want them in the black community that you building? No.
What's racist?
No.
What's racist?
What's racist?
Yes.
Racist is when you allow.
Right.
Well, it's the basically the enslavement of race. Basically, that's racism, and we are slaves to the white people.
Right.
If you haven't looked the fuck around.
And we slaves to the white people because of what?
What you mean? Because of what?
Because of what? Why we slaves
It's
to white
a
people?
whole list of shit.
So give me some.
All right, well, let's start by where you want to start by the beginning, because we can start by the beginning. There was a This mic don't work. No.
Don't need
Well,
the mic. It's
okay.
It's bigger than you.
Well,
You can use the mic
If you want to talk, just talk into it. Go ahead. Don't worry
there
about it.
was
Go ahead.
there was a group
want
called
another
the
one? I got
Moorish
one over
community.
there.
Do you know about the Moorish community?
No, man.
They were the traders of black people.
Okay.
They went around the whole world teaching white people how to clean. They taught them how to do everything they know today.
Mm-hmm.
Then they traded black people to them for slavery. Then the white people came over and started stealing slaves. Well, not slaves, but black people from Africa and brought them back over to Europe. They brought them to the Caribbean, everywhere in America, and that's why, well, America and other countries. So that's where it started from. So, I don't know why you think that we should involve other communities when I'm pretty sure that the Asian community, they got poor people. Well, we gonna add them though, because they don't give a fuck about us.
You said Asian?
Asian.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
And I'm including South Asian too.
I'm worried about the people that's, again,
The less fortunate. They are less
fighting
fortunate.
for the same cause as me.
What are you fighting for?
The people, the upbringing of the less fortunate, the neighborhoods, that's
You're not getting
you.
what I'm saying.
But no, you're not getting what I'm saying, because you just said that the police are scared to police that neighborhood, right? So if we fucking clean it up and we build it up and we bring it up, then what? Then what? Are we still getting hit?
'Cause they racist.
But so then that's when we had. But you just said the reason why they were killing us because they were in two different environments.
No,
Why are they still
I
killing
think
us?
that was part of the reason. I said half of them are fucking racist. That's what I said.
So then if we build our neighborhoods up, then they have no reason to still kill us. If we find out that they're still killing us, then we can exclude the racism, right? So then we did
It's
what?
not a question.
So then we did
It's
what?
not a question that they're racist.
So then we
It's not
did
a
what is what I'm
question.
saying.
It's not a question. Why do we have to question it when it's pure evidence that they're killing black people way more than they are killing any other race?
Have you watched American Skin?
No.
Okay, listen.
It
And
don't matter.
it does matter.
It's a fact.
It does, because you
It's a
just
fact.
jump sides. One side you was just on the police side. You just said you were scared, and then you was from the
That
suburbs.
is part of the reason.
But that's so that's what I said. So I said if they clean up the
I said they
neighborhood,
are
so why
racist.
this?
Didn't I say it was racist too?
But
I
if-
said it was racist.
but if you watch,
Run
bro,
the tape back. We gotta run the tape. Run
Point
the
blank-
tape back.
We
Run
did,
it back.
point blank period, you're not gonna say every cop is racist. Every cop. So that's what I'm saying. So we're going to take the ones that are so-called scared of the neighborhood, and we're going to eliminate that situation because the neighborhood is no longer
How
scared.
do you get them out?
I just said we eliminate the neighborhood being scary. That's how we get that we eliminate that equation. We eliminate them being scared of the neighborhood by uplifting the neighborhood, making the neighborhood look like you say, the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Uplift the neighborhood. Then you say, oh, they're still going to be killing us because they're racist. If they're still killing us because they're racist, then it's our fault because we still allow them to be racist and still have that position of power.
Why would we change our culture for them to be comfortable?
I'm not.
It's our culture.
Do you not like?
That's
That's what I'm about. Do you not like nice things? Do you not like nice buildings, nice houses, nice cars, nice streets?
It's not about that.
It is about.
You're not
What
listening
the
to
hell are you
me.
talking about? It's not about that.
Didn't I just say that we hang out and be waiting for our food at the Chinese store? They think, oh, well, those kids are trouble because we're waiting outside.
But
for
they
our
don't
food.
do that out in the counties when they just waiting outside of
At the
Applebee's.
Chinese store.
That they wait outside, still motherfuckers waiting outside the establishment. You You can't tell me just because it's a Chinese store and it's an Applebee's that it makes a difference. No, it's an establishment. An establishment is an establishment. So what I'm saying is no, it's where it's at. It's all it is. Because it's where it's at. It's as simple as that.
Hold on. Alright, you just said something, so this will be your final thoughts, and then you'll give yours after that, and then we're gonna move on.
There is
You
multiple.
want this to be your final thoughts, remember that.
There is multiple Chinese stores in a black neighborhood. There are multiple triple poppy stores in the black neighborhood. They do not have those in the white neighborhoods. I don't care what you say. That's what it is. It was a study that whenever they had a study where you press a button to shoot. If anybody who had a gun, and they did it on white people, even the people who didn't have a gun that were black, they still shot them. They didn't shoot. They barely shot the people who was pointing their gun at them. And it was on a screen, and they throw a picture up, and you have to shoot whatever. Like your first thought, you gotta shoot. So if the black person popped up on there, most likely they would have shot him, even if he didn't have a gun. So it's proven that it's racism in America. It don't matter because you uplift the neighborhood. It's racism. It's no, not racism. I'm even using the wrong word. It's prejudice. Because these people do not like black people. It's prejudiced people in Philadelphia. They are raised like that. That's instilled in them. So when they become a cop.
So it's a learned behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
When they become a cop, they're gonna practice what they seen or what they family members told them. That's not their environment. That has a big contribution to how they react to black people when they come into the black neighborhood. Not all, but the majority of the cops, they are racist. They know they can get away with this shit. They know that, it's nobody going to do shit to me if I kill this person. For real. Like,
Start making your way to your final point.
my final point is prejudice. White people have a big problem in the black community. So even if we uprise it, even if we clear all this trash out, clean the motherfucking streets up, you think they're not going to pull a black person over and kill them? You fucking wrong. Because all they have to do is say, I fear for my motherfucking life. And that's it.
Alright, go ahead, I'll give your final thoughts. You do not get to rebuttal.
I'm not going to rebut
So,
shit because I see what I see.
So being as though that it's a learned behavior, that's a behavior that can be untaught. So again, if we are at home and we are changing the narrative on our neighborhoods and on our people, then those people have no other choice but to look at us in a different light and to see us in a different light. Mm-hmm. Granted, the fact those people from way back in the day that's stuck in their times, they're eventually going to die out, and their grandchildren and their children is going to eventually become the head in the sole era to whatever they left. That is when the work that we're putting in now is going to come into fruition. That is when you're going to see, this is why they did this and this is why they did that. Because we already know we can't change the adults' minds now. We already know that. We're trying to change the children's mind so that they can see that it's wrong. So then if that opportunity does come, they can check their parents, and then their parents look at themselves like, damn, I was wrong, or I am fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be almost like a domino effect. Like, everybody has to do their part. So that's, and for me, I feel like the policing in the neighborhood, them being scared and them on the racist shit is, I just feel like those are the excuses. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like those are the excuses just to do what you want to do. Cause I don't feel like I don't feel like you get scrutinized in the police, in the police community about killing a black kid or a black person. I feel like you might get more backlash if you was to shoot a white kid, or if you was to shoot, you mean someone other of less color. That's just my personal opinion. So I feel like
I'm with you, bro.
yeah, no, I understand. I'm just saying I feel like it's something, yeah, like, and it's just something, but it's something that you gotta.
All of these things are a part of the conversation, and at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. I think everybody made some good points.
Mm-hmm.
I think these conversations are, we need to have these conversations more often. Disagreeing and having different points of view still helps move the culture, move the people forward.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's some people that understand where she coming from, some people that understand where I'm coming from, some people that understand where you coming from, Precious. So we all got different points of views on stuff. So it's it's a healthy debate, man. That's just really what it is. We all getting our opinions out, and it shows that we all think
differently.
differently.
This show into People Argue with Al. That's gonna be the name of this show.
No, I'm not
I'm
arguing with
gonna
Al.
bring people.
I'll have some
bringing
good
people-
points sometimes.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying.
bring
It's,
We
people
just don't
here.
agree to
it's
that.
right. I'm
So
like,
argue with
we
Al.
agree,
I'm
we
gonna
agree to
read the
disagree.
comments.
All right, give us some comments.
Naima says, ooh, wait, not that one. Okay, she says, I don't agree with drawing lines because you don't need to get people left behind. And then you let the 1%, then you let the 1% get to choose what they want to support. It too may call It too may I guess she's trying to say,
May cause.
that's what I think she's trying to say. I'm just reading what it
She
says.
probably on them jokes.
It too, because it says it too many
Right.
cousins out there.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I know people have given up on the black community because of issues called with the LGBT rights. It is way more popular. Division is causes what the same crazy. Okay.
That's
We get it
crazy.
there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what, bro? You was not wrong, man. We got
I
enough
think both y'all
topics
have-
Told you.
to get to
We ain't even.
to get to the song. I know.
We ain't even
We
tap
ain't get-
these
We
joints.
didn't get to none of the bullshit.
What we on?
Next topic. We at 202.
2 hours?
Yeah, bro.
202.
We gotta do something. We gotta
Shit.
She
one
came
more
in at
topic
31 minutes, so.
or something.
That's
I'm like, that shit gonna be 4 hours.
we could do the letter that me and Precious argued about.
All right,
didn't
cool.
argue about
I'm
it.
with that.
We
I'm
did
with that.
argue about
Cause
it.
that was a good joint.
We
That was a
did
good
fucking
joint.
argue
I'm
about
with
it.
that.
Which the Kang thing?
And that's it. Yeah, I'm like, that's
the Kang thing.
oh, not the
Bring
one I
your
read.
input on the Kang.
Not the
Hey.
We
one I
can
read.
do them both.
All right,
We
okay.
can do them both real quick.
I
Yeah.
got a topic for next week.
Sorry, I'm cooking dinner. For next week.
Yep.
All right.
I guess you're coming back.
So, am I on?
Yep, you won.
No, the fuck you not. Yeah, I'm like, I was fucking looking for my shit while listening, but I fucking heard you. Dog.
Right, shit start playing
Yeah,
back.
start playing back. Fuck that.
What you talking about?
Fuck that. I got it, man. Listen.
People in the comments, if y'all think Brittany should come back, they should comment and let us know.
If
Whatever the fuck they want to say.
Yeah.
They don't run the show.
That was a good
They don't
joint.
run the motherfucking show.
That's a good
Oh,
joint.
The show's favorite.
I don't know what the fuck you doing,
What?
but you need to chill. Look at what
Oh,
you doing. Yeah, chill. See?
Well, plug me up.
You don't need to be plugged in. You just talk.
Just go.
I feel like a little kid
Leave.
when you're.
I don't look at you.
The controller and shit, right? Yeah, they don't play.
All right. So earlier during the week,
Okay.
not earlier during, this was last week.
Right.
Me and Precious will get on the phone about some bullshit that somebody said on Facebook or something,
Mm-hmm.
and just like talk shit about it. Cause like that's what we do. This is the thing, right?
Okay,
And I'm
cool
talking to you.
conversations.
We don't actually argue to each other about like our issues a lot. We agree on a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what we tend to argue about is other people's shit. Like, oh, what you think about this thing? What you think about this thing? I think this. So this is kind of what happened.
Right.
So Bull writes, I don't know who he wrote this to or where he wrote this at,
Mm-hmm.
but she read this to me while I was at work.
Right.
I mean, I was out with my friends doing stuff.
Yeah.
So my wife has kids that are not mine.
Oh, I seen this one.
When the baby father comes over to see the kids, he comes in the house like he's the king, goes upstairs in the kids' rooms. Should I allow him to go upstairs? Should I have a talk with my wife? Now, I'm gonna give you what Precious said.
Yeah. Go give us what Precious said. No, give him what Precious said. Hold on, what
Go
Precious
ahead.
said. Yeah.
Precious said.
To consolidate her point
Right.
was he should talk to his wife. Right?
Okay.
Logically speaking, she probably don't even know he got a problem with the baby father's doing. Chill. Hold on. Because she was under the impression that Sko was going to agree with her.
I didn't say that.
She was.
Come
She
on.
was. She fucking lying.
Come on, man.
But-
Come on.
What he should do is have a conversation with his wife.
Right.
Talk to her, let her know what's going on. Hey, I feel this way about it. And then she can go and fix the problem. And then the problem will be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At the very least, talk to his wife first. Because it seems like from here, he hasn't done that.
Mm-hmm.
That was her, consolidated her point.
Right.
You want to know what my shit was?
Right.
Leave that bitch. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. Because if this is happening at your house, and I went on her point. I said, even if she don't know,
Right.
if she don't know it's a problem, that's because she think that shit is okay. And if your woman thinks some other man walking in your house and treating your house like this, like on some bullshit, is okay, she got you and these legs fucked up. I said, leave that bitch. It's time to go.
Oh,
It's
man.
time. I said, not only that, I said, let's say you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the end result of him talking to his wife would be that would fix the issue.
Right.
It don't fix what's in here though. You know
Mm-hmm.
that she don't feel the same way you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
She's obliging
She only saying something because you said something.
because you said something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not only that, let me ask you, Al, what man disrespects you who respects you? Not none. If another man, no matter who he is,
Right.
if he openly, your friends, y'all play.
Yeah, but that's
we ain't
that's
talking about
different,
that.
right? Yeah.
If a man disrespects you, it's because he don't respect you.
Exactly.
So he walk in your house, give a fuck if his kids in there or not.
Yeah.
That's your house.
Right. Oh, player. Where you going?
Where you go? The
Right.
fuck?
Slow down. What you doing?
When that man walk in, go in your fridge, drink your Kool-Aid and shit,
You supposed to
knock your pictures off
No,
and shit.
I definitely want to hear Brittany's opinion on this.
No,
one.
I just had a question. Do he got a key?
No.
It don't say he got a key, but
Say
guess
that.
the fuck what? If he got a key and I
That's
I
it.
don't know about him got a
If he
key,
got a key-
him, them kids, and her gotta get the fuck out.
So-
We do have somebody that says Brittany should stay on the show. She's better than other guys. I'm just reading what the comments say.
And I might say, and another thing is, whose house is this? Like, is it hers or is it his? Like, is it
Stay
the
together.
they together? So it's like a joint board house. Like they both bought the house.
Go with both scenarios.
Let's
Let's
say
say
both
it's
of
their
them-
house together.
Is
They
this
married. Let's say they bought it together.
All right, no, I'm just saying, 'cause if
go
this-
with that.
if it's
Go
their
with
house-
that.
Set the scenario up right because then
I read what the boy said.
Right.
All we know is what he said.
Okay, all right.
So that's all we going. So we can
let's go
paint
with both of them on the lease.
all
both
right.
of them on the lease.
They
Go
both
ahead.
on the leash. Yeah,
And he don't got no kid.
yeah, he can't handle.
And the baby
There's
father
no
don't
way-
got no kid.
There's no way he got a kid. If he got a
Y'all
kid,
let him in and
it's a
do
real
that,
problem.
then why wouldn't y'all say anything?
but that's what I'm saying. I don't think they let him in.
Because she think, you want to know why? You ready? Because she think that shit is okay. She don't have no problem with that.
Right with him just.
They
walking
probably
in.
either still fucking,
You
they
left
probably either still fucking, or they got some sort of shit going on. It's something going on
That's touchy.
where whether they fucking or they want to,
That's
or he
touchy,
still
bro.
do saying, look, even if they
That's
not.
touchy,
No,
bro. You
it
can't
ain't
say
like
that,
she
man.
going upstairs with him.
Thank you.
He
But
Now
he
you
said
said
it-
talk to
All
the
right,
wife.
now,
Brittany
hold on.
says talk
Let me-
to the wife.
let me
I agree
ask
with
y'all
Naima.
this. You've had a boyfriend recently. You in a relationship.
Maybe.
Let's say
I ain't never
Oh,
had
shit.
a relationship. I'm
let's say
straight.
y'all in a relationship. Y'all letting y'all extras come in y'all house.
I never had a relationship.
All right. Fucking God. All right. Well, then you excluded from the conversation. You letting your extras come in the house?
Just
In your
walk
house?
in.
He just walk in.
No.
No,
Why not?
I'm
You
not
said that
letting
he didn't
nobody
Why
just
not?
walk in my shit.
Hold on. Why
I don't
not?
give a fuck who you is.
Because we already discussed he will knock on the door and come in.
Better fucking
No.
not.
This the behavior he want to portray. This what he want to do. Why you won't let him do it? Why he can't do that?
my house.
Okay, keep going.
No one can just walk into my house. It's
Yeah.
my house.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly why.
well,
So if
you
she's
know.
letting it
No,
happen,
can I say
so
something?
if she's letting it happen,
Oh,
she letting it happen for a fucking
oh,
reason.
you
And her, them
You
fucking
yelling.
kids, and that nigga got to
Yelling.
fucking get the fuck out.
No yelling.
Fuck that nigga.
What
I'd have beat his ass.
You yelling,
That's what
bro.
the fuck I'd have did.
Yelling,
This
bro.
husband pussy.
Right.
That's what the
You
fuck is
yelling.
happening
You yelling,
in this
bro.
goddamn. I moved it away. This fucking husband pussy.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck it is.
No, we know he pussy.
He's
We know he
pussy.
bro. We know that.
Soon as I fucking no, cause I was triggered by the shit.
We know he pussy.
Cause I was triggered by the shit. Cause he writing in like, yo, should I talk to my wife about it? Fuck no.
He talk to
I mean,
his
'cause
wife.
He can talk to his wife
Maybe
as
she
you
don't
packing your
know.
shit up.
You ain't
Maybe
got.
Talk
she
to
don't
her
know.
as you. It don't exact. That's the problem. She don't know. If
How
she
is
don't know,
that a problem?
because you just said you would
That's
know.
how I feel.
Exactly, and everybody should feel like that.
But you don't know
The
this
same
is
way
going-
hold
Shut
on.
up.
Hear me out. The same way we all here can agree, you probably shouldn't take a knife and just stab kids, right? We can all agree on that, right? You probably shouldn't do that, right? Shouldn't just go out and stab a bunch of kids. We can all agree on that without having to talk it over with each other. We can all agree on that. We should all agree on this too.
Can I
Stabbing
say
kids should be number 1, and this should be number 2.
Ugh.
This should be
Can I say
number
something?
2, right next to it. As far as I'm
You're
fucking
not-
concerned,
You're not part of the show.
I'm not part of the show.
I don't give a fuck.
All my
I'm
job is
talking
to
about
do
the
the
Well,
goddamn-
now she can talk, but when I was the fuck over there, I could. Okay. Favoritism.
because I'm gonna fuck this shit up. Now,
Go ahead.
I believe if the wife did not know because the man, her husband, feels some type of way, how is she supposed to know how he feel if he don't say nothing?
It ain't I'm not just saying. Okay, this is my point. This is my point
You
that I
saying
feel
it's
as
a
if you're not
principle.
getting. Whether or not she knows, she should already feel this way.
Right. It's all.
The fact
But you
that
don't know all the stuff. It's just that he comes in. I'm pretty sure he's
So-
not just walking into the crib.
So,
That's what it
so
sounds like.
the only way this is happening is if she thinks.
No.
Is if she
The
thinks
only
the
way this
husband
is
wants.
happening if the door is unlocked.
Listen, the only way something like this is happening is if she thinks the only way your premise works is what I'm saying. The only way what you said works is if she thinks the husband wants this to happen and the husband thinks that the wife wants this to happen and they both wrong. That's the
Okay.
only way.
And that's possible.
But
Once,
bro, it's just not.
okay.
It's honestly
How?
just not.
Like I said before.
It's just not possible.
Like I said before.
What's up?
They could have had a conversation and now he feels some type of way
Right.
and he has not told her.
Okay.
So how is she wrong if you don't say what's wrong? How should she have to leave and get out and do all these things if she don't fucking know because he didn't tell her? I don't know how the fuck you feel about a thing if you don't fucking tell me.
Precious. Do I have to
It
tell
is-
you
it's-
not to
it's
just
almost-
let your
I'm about to say it's common
ex-boyfriend just
sense
walk in
though,
the house?
almost, yeah.
Do I have to tell you that
But
without?
that's the
No,
thing.
that's
I'm
a
pretty sure
different
he's
thing.
not just
How is it
walking
different?
in.
That's your fucking ex,
No,
ain't it?
but it's the
No,
big, but
it's the
the
fucking
kid's
kid's
father.
dad.
Father.
Give
but
a
it's like,
fuck about
but you
that
still-
relationship.
it's
Them
a-
kids can come on the porch and see him.
yeah.
Them kids come on the fucking
No,
stoop
the fuck
and
they
see him.
can't.
Yes, the
No,
fuck
no,
they
my
can.
motherfucking
Oh,
kids.
no, damn.
Dig
First
this.
of all-
Dig this.
First of all,
Dig this. It's either on the porch or it ain't happening.
No.
What's up?
It's going to fucking
I
happen.
said it.
At the end
Yes.
of the day, my motherfucking name is on this lease. And
So
whatever
it's
the
his, though.
fuck I want to happen
But
at
so
So
the
then
it's
we
his,
just
though.
gonna. So then we just gonna buy.
But you can't
so
say that because it's his name is on there too. You just said it's both of
Okay,
your names
but
on there.
at the end of the
So
day,
every time
my
you come, I'm calling the
motherfucking
cops.
kids.
Because guess
So
who
that's
name
why
ain't
y'all
on
gotta
the
compromise.
His
Y'all gotta-
name ain't on
y'all
the
gotta
list.
meet in the
But
middle.
that's still he's not compromising. Reese
I'm
is
not-
trying to
I'm
compromise.
not
But no,
compromising.
cuz can't.
I'm super
Cuz just can't come in the
unreasonable
crib.
on this issue.
You gotta knock.
I am
and
being
if he's not, I'm gonna say
unreasonable
when
on
we
this
open
issue.
Yes,
the
if
door,
he's
that's
not,
when you let him
and
in.
come in and come to the
Wait,
kid,
wait,
anything
wait.
y'all think is disrespectful. It could be some shit he's saying he feel like it's disrespectful.
Bro.
That might not be.
But wait. Somebody had to make him comfortable to do that. One.
Exactly.
Wait,
It had to be
wait.
the wife
It
though.
definitely
Wait,
wasn't him.
wait.
You don't know that.
If he don't have a key, y'all letting him in.
Exactly. Or the door unlocked, like you said.
So why your door not locked?
But it
Maybe
I don't
they
give a.
looking
But
in the
I don't.
neighborhood,
I might.
lock their door.
But then again, I don't give a fuck if my
opening-
door.
If you're the man and you're opening the door to let him do,
No.
is everybody-
No, we just said the
just
door's
like
unlocked.
those sitcoms when they door just be
Just
unlocked.
walk it. You
'cause
can't.
They live in
Yeah.
nice
Don't just
neighborhoods.
walk in
They-
my shit though.
They,
Cause there's people
they
that do
door
that.
unlocked.
Like I know I've
Alright,
had
so
friends that
when
had
the door is
open doors like
unlocked,
that.
if the door is unlocked, right,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and you in the kitchen and he walk upstairs,
That's disrespectful.
That's I mean,
But what I'm saying, no, I'm not saying it's not disrespectful, but as a man, you shouldn't even get so excited that you have to do all that. You just have to, oh, excuse me, can you come here and let me speak to you for a moment or whatever, and be on some man-to-man shit.
Bro,
would you do that with a
Apparently,
woman?
Reese, you shouldn't have to do that.
But
No,
bro,
you
listen.
should, because
Okay, but I'm gonna go with your point.
But
This
would
is
you-
my rebuttal to your point.
right.
If he's doing this as a man, he's doing this because he is actively trying to be disrespectful to me, her husband. He's doing
No.
this
'Cause I don't-
on purpose.
No.
It don't make
no.
So you can tell me
What's-
what a man should do, but I can't tell you what a man actually will do.
That's what
No,
you would
Coming
do.
from a
No,
man's
that's-
perspective.
No, I'm not
But that's just
saying that
respect. Out of
I'm not
out of
saying
respect,
he's-
you wouldn't do that to
I'm
anybody's
not-
house.
Why would he try to blatantly be disrespectful?
That is
'Cause
what
he
that is.
still wanna
Walking in the
fuck
house
your-
is
he
doing.
still
That's
wanna
what that's
fuck your
doing.
wife.
That's what that's
And,
doing.
and or probably is still
So
fucking your wife.
You never
We
seen
don't
nobody
know
do that.
we don't even know if this happened one time, this happened twice.
No,
That's what
I
I'm
get-
It's
saying.
happening
That's
multiple
what I'm
I get
times.
that, but it should never
It's
happen.
it's
You
happening.
walking in without announcing yourself or saying something, yeah, that should never
Bro.
happen.
But that's the thing. We don't.
But that's
even
what I'm
know-
saying.
Hold on. What
Hold
is
on,
it?
All
hold
we
on,
going
wait,
off
wait,
is
wait.
him
Hold
walking
on,
in
wait,
the
wait,
door.
wait.
Read it.
The baby father comes over to see the kids. Comes is plural, means it's happening more than once.
Okay, so therefore he didn't come to his wife not one time to say something.
No, he didn't go to his wife one time.
To say, yo, check boy, tell boy to chill the fuck out. We
I-
can't do this.
I
So he didn't come to his
acknowledge
wife
that
not
he
one
pussy.
time.
I acknowledge
You
that
said that he was a bitch.
I acknowledge that he pussy.
Right.
I
Okay.
said I'm telling him
So
the
she gotta
way
get out
the
because
way
he
he
a bitch.
handled the
Yeah, I ain't-
situation.
I'm-
He can leave. Aren't they name both on the lease? He can leave. The
But-
relationship is over.
But it's
though,
definitely
yes.
it's not. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be
relationship
over.
is
Maybe it's over because of him.
It's
not
a
'cause of
question.
her.
I got a question.
No, it is because of her.
I definitely got a
I don't
question.
understand that.
What's your
Because
My
What's
question
your
is why.
question?
My
What's your
question is
question?
why is he so comfortable to do that? If you
Why didn't-
if you had put him in his place that he knows that this is me and my man's house, you come over here just to see the kids. We don't have no funny business. It's nothing between us. Why does he feel like he's comfortable enough that he can just walk in
You
your
act
house?
like he coming in and slapping her ass.
It
he
don't
was
matter.
saying
You
that
walked in
people
my
are
fucking
not
shit
with
without
what you
asking.
get the fuck out of here.
That's
Bro,
like
No,
so-
but shut
hold on,
wait.
that's the same thing as a nigga taking her y'all car because he got to go to the store or he got to go pick the kids up
Dang.
without saying. That's the same exact thing. He's using your shit without asking. It's the same shit.
What I'm saying is,
Not without asking now. You better ask.
That's
He
what.
didn't
That's
ask
all
to
we
walk
was
the
saying.
fuck in.
That's all we
What?
He
saying.
did not.
Is you gotta.
he just walked in.
Y'all let him in.
No, they didn't say we let him
We
in.
saying that the door.
They
Listen,
They
didn't
do
say-
unlock.
they didn't say
They
they
do
did.
unlock.
They didn't say it was locked.
Yeah,
No,
they
he
did say
comes in. That
They
mean
didn't
the
say
door
that.
unlocked.
alright,
He comes in. That mean the door unlocked.
He comes in.
He comes
That
in.
mean you let the
that
nigga
That don't
in.
mean he let him in.
that means the man should have said something. And
He
not
definitely
been a bitch.
should've-
It
he
should still
definitely
not
should've
be
said
her
something.
fault. Because she could be not thinking, like I
Bro.
told you.
So she don't have
Shut
no.
up!
So she don't have no fault in
Can
this.
I say what I gotta say then?
All right,
Can
go
I
ahead.
please
All right,
say
go
the
ahead.
shit
Finish
without
because
you
you've
interrupting what
been
just
shutting me up. Go ahead.
said? Let me say it then.
Go ahead. Say it.
I'm hot.
If
Say it.
no fucking rush me, bitch. If he come over and they are sitting on the couch with the woman is with him, he can clearly see his wife is with him the whole fucking time, and nothing else is happening with him with the ex-boyfriend and the wife. Because I said this, when they hear and they fucking sitting on the fucking couch watching TV and Bull is upstairs with the kids, you like, no, that's still disrespectful. If he come in and y'all acknowledge
He
it,
can
I'm not.
see his fucking kids if he wants to. Fuck all that. Now that's on that.
You can,
And
I'm waiting on my. I'm waiting on my turn to reply now.
Just go ahead.
So I can go. All right.
If
So
you don't
listen.
yell.
All right. So listen. Assuming
Take a deep breath.
that he don't just come in everybody's house, assuming that this is not the behavior he shows to everybody, this is specific
Now
to
we
this
don't know
house.
what he do with everybody else.
Boy didn't say he do it to everybody else, so I
So
have
we
to
don't
assume
know.
he don't do it.
So we don't know.
We don't know, but I assume he don't do it. I'm pretty sure he don't just walk
You
in.
gonna wait for
everybody
him to walk
house.
in everybody else's house? And
He
say, "Oh,
don't.
nigga,
He
you
don't
ain't
hit the
do-"
knob on. He don't do that. No, this is because
First of
she's
all,
okay with it.
First of all, my sisters walk in my house. Okay.
That's your sisters.
Yeah, that's a
that's
totally
not.
different dynamic.
That's not
What
your
I'm-
exes.
Your exes
It's
was just knocking your
different.
back
Why you
in.
looking at it as an ex? I'm
He
looking
was
at
knocking
it
your
as-
back in. What you talking about?
I'm looking at it as the.
He your fucking ex.
I
Ain't
feel
no other way to look
like
at it.
that-
'Cause you know
when
what?
Y'all look at
'Cause
it
you know
like
what?
ex. Y'all look at it real insecurity.
But it's a
How is
possibility.
it insecure?
'Cause it's a
to say
possibility
that
of something
this man
happening,
is
right?
being disrespectful.
You're
No,
not gonna
you're
tell me that
saying
people
act.
don't cheat.
I'm looking at it as the father of my children.
People cheat with them. People cheat with the father of their children.
I didn't say that. I
But
didn't
it's-
say they didn't.
but
I'm
it's-
saying what I'm saying is you act like you seen him walking, slap your girl on the butt like
He might as well have.
I'm going upstairs.
He ain't do it yet.
I'm
But
like,
he on his
if,
way.
I'm like, if he walked in
He
the
on
door
his
and ain't
way.
say nothing to nobody and just went straight up the steps, like if I walk through this door, we all in here.
No, let's say
Because
the
did
door-
this.
kids
Because
must- like-
hold on, did this.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
say.
Can I just read this comment? I'm just
Go
trying
ahead.
to read the
Go
comment.
ahead, yo. Go ahead.
It says my ex don't come to my house, but a closed mouth don't get fed.
I don't want to hear that shit. Anyway, listen.
Tell her.
I don't want to hear that shit. Listen. Let's
Reading
say
the comments.
Bull go talk to his wife, right? What she does? She's gonna go talk to that man, right?
And he gonna say, "Why boy ain't say nothing to me?"
He gonna say, "I don't give a fuck about what your husband say. I don't give a fuck about what your bitch ass husband
That's
say."
what you gonna say.
No, that's probably what he.
That's
gonna
what he's gonna say. Why? Because he's actively disrespecting you. He knew what he was doing when he first started doing it.
No,
He don't behave like that
No.
nowhere else. Nor do your wife let other people behave like that
You don't
at
know
your
that.
house.
You don't know that though.
Listen.
He
Wait.
complaining about this because it don't happen nowhere else.
I don't mean to cut you
That
off,
makes sense.
but
That makes sense.
if somebody,
If it was the norm, he would
most
complain
of
about it.
people have their door locked. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can,
Suburban people always keep their door unlocked.
Always.
well, he ain't in
Motherfuckers that live in
How you know
Delaware
that?
always
I
got
see.
their
I
doors
think this
unlocked.
was a white guy.
No, he was in the hood,
Dog.
and the door was locked, and y'all let the nigga in. And once y'all let the
She-
nigga in,
she just made her
he
own
said-
story up.
Just made
man.
her
He
own
said-
scenario. We're not
He
even talking
said,
about
"What's
that.
up?"
We're not
You
even talking
shook his
about that.
hand, and he
Talk
went
shit
That's
to
not what
myself.
the fu- that's not
He
what the
said,
fuck
"What's
happened.
up?" He shook his head. and
Bro,
walked upstairs.
Listen,
That's not
we
disrespectful.
can all have
No, that's
different
that
advice to
scenario
Bull.
you just said is nowhere near. Just that's stand up. That's a
My
regular.
advice
That's
to
a regular
Bull-
job.
He
Is
just
your
don't like the
wife-
fact that he's going upstairs, and he don't like
No,
the fact that
the-
he
the
got
problem
He
is
said-
that-
and he's
King.
insecure,
He said
and that's how
King.
these
Yeah, he
niggas
said
is.
Kim because
He
he's
said
insecure.
going upstairs like he the king. He
Okay.
is disrespecting
So
your
he
fucking
walking
house.
up the steps.
And you
How the fuck
pussy.
you walk up the steps then?
All right, look.
You gotta
When I
walk
think
like
about
this.
when I think about
And that's
the king,
walk.
it's like this.
He probably got the big dick
I walk
walk.
in.
like he
I don't
live
gotta
here.
right. I don't
No.
gotta say nothing to nobody. If I
you
feel like
walk
saying
like
something to
a
somebody,
king,
I walk
I
upstairs,
say what's
don't
up.
Say shit. Fuck
If
outta
not,
here,
I walk up the
'cause you a
steps.
bitch. Like get the
Listen.
fuck,
Well,
bro.
if he know you a
Listen.
bitch, you a bitch.
then you a
Listen.
bitch.
Say something.
So it's,
You
it's
ain't
so
not
you
saying
keep
nothing.
so then you
So
keep
it's not her
Bro.
fault.
Homeboy a bitch.
All I'm
Bro.
saying is,
Homeboy's
it's
a
not her-
bitch.
Okay, remember when I told you I
No.
didn't say
She probably told you that he had a big dick, and that's why you.
Oh, what the
was
fuck?
making
No,
shit
I'm not
up,
making
bro.
nothing up. Why
Listen.
would you
Why would
say
she
that?
tell him that though?
No, because
That's freaky as hell.
Bro, listen,
Yeah.
listen. He walking like he the
That's
king.
freaking as hell, bro.
He
She talking
walking
some.
like he the king.
First
How
of
can
all-
somebody walk in like they the king? He
What?
got a big dick walked in.
Oh shit. Oh.
That's all I'm saying. You know, I digress. My bad. I'm gonna just sit back and see.
Yo, she talking some. He got a bit.
Because
Oh
I can't see
shit.
how somebody could walk in like they the king.
You never see nobody walk with their
Cause
like this?
your
No.
wife
That
I've
ain't
never
that
seen
is
ain't-
nobody walk
fucking
like
the
bull.
chest out.
No,
No.
that doesn't mean
Shit.
that.
She fucking bull, dog.
No.
Next topic.
Because he got a big dick in his
Next
head.
topic.
Fucking bull. What?
What's the other one say? What's the other one say?
You find that hilarious.
She crazy, bro.
You find that
Just get wild. This motherfucker's getting wild.
No. Like
No,
I
yeah.
said, everybody can have different advice. Your
No.
advice is talk to your wife. Whatever your advice is, I don't care. And what's your
No,
advice?
my shit is
What would be your advice to this topic?
You got for me. I'm gonna say something. Like I'm gonna say something right there. Like as the act is happening, I'm gonna say, "Oh, partner, what you doing?"
No. You talking about what you would do? You wouldn't let that happen.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
wouldn't happen. But you got to give advice to him.
So that's what.
It's already.
Oh,
happening.
it's already happened.
It's already happening.
Have a conversation
Give advice
like
to
an
him.
adult.
No, you gotta talk to your girl.
Can I read
You
the
gotta
comment?
talk to your girl.
Thank you.
You got to. Cause
Agreed.
Yeah, as I'm packing my shit the fuck up.
No,
I'm telling her why I'm the fuck
I would-
out.
gonna break
Yeah,
up with
no.
somebody
It's
because
over,
they baby
dog.
father-
Naima said she about to burn her food fucking with y'all.
That's how that came
That's
from. I'm
that's
shutting the
hey,
guy.
that's good TV right there. That mean that's good TV.
I could talk on the phone and cook my and cook.
No, that mean that's good TV. She forgetting about it. That mean that's good TV. Keep
Listen.
diving in.
Listen, like I said, bro.
We need to
Nobody else, everybody keep agreeing that they would not let anybody else behave this way.
No, yeah.
Everybody keep agreeing with that fact.
I wouldn't.
You
But
would
it's-
not let anybody else behave this way because you don't want them to. Forget what the hold on. Forget what the husband might think. Forget what your boyfriend, whoever. You would not let anybody behave this way because you don't want them behaving this way at your house. That is on the bottom. That's the bare minimum of the reason.
All right.
So if you don't feel that way, we done. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
don't feel that
I don't
way,
mean to cut you
we're
off.
done.
I ain't cutting my bitch off just because some nigga walked through my house.
But what
I'm
if?
cutting.
What
Fuck
if,
that bitch.
What if?
She ain't doing shit. Give a fuck about that hoe.
You
What if?
tried to
What
leave.
if? What if she? But what if she
She
say?
can have that shit.
What if
And
she
you
say
gonna
something
She
to
can have
me?
that shit.
Let's
And
let
you're
Al
gonna
say
Cause
pay.
cause I could build on my own.
And you're
Fuck that
gonna
bitch.
pay.
So what if
You're
she say
gonna
something to the
pay.
nigga
Hey, what?
and he don't
Yeah.
listen?
Be
And,
worth
then,
the rent.
and again,
Okay.
fuck marriage. But go ahead, Scott.
You
If
saying
he-
the B word
So if he
Oh, his name's Sco in now?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So if he
I got many names. Shit.
what else would you
I'm
say?
the, I'm the baby out
No,
here,
no,
baby.
no, no. But listen though,
They
if
call me cornbread remix.
but no, what I was saying though,
Give it to him. Give it to him.
so if the wife say something to him, and what if he just disregard? Then what you do? Because you can't just like. What if the wife does say so? Like, what if the wife reacts as you want her to?
My husband feel like
No,
you
I'm
just
no.
walking in.
I'm saying, what if she reacts the way you want her to? Y'all both sit on the couch and she say, "Oh, motherfucker, what you doing?"
Rock.
Like the first time.
Yeah,
Then you handle it.
I'm
Then
right
it's
with
like
him.
you can't come back.
I'm right with her.
That's
I'm
my
right
thing.
with her. When she say, "Oh, what the fuck
Well,
you doing?" He probably won't even hear her because I'm so fucking loud.
right,
Nigga, what the fuck?
right.
Like we on that
I
type time.
don't think it's that deep though.
Of course y'all don't.
It is.
Of course not.
It's
It says she what?
It's just a respect thing. It's a
Bro.
It's common
it says
courtesy.
He's doing it because you allow him.
That's what I was about to say. It's common courtesy.
She also
Who's
not saying,
you?
It's
She also not saying anything because you aren't.
that is a thing too. Like
That's
if
what
you
I'm saying. Why
your
can't
girl
it be
feel
a
like it's-
simple
yeah, if you-
conversation? Why I gotta be? Oh, I'm breaking up with this bitch
Because
because
he just super.
but no, that's just yeah. I'm like that's
He
just
extra?
butter.
He extra.
But
extra.
Bro.
Extra.
Okay, hear me out. I'ma say this again.
say it.
All right, I'll say it
fucking
differently.
time.
I'll say it differently, right? I'll use you.
Please don't say no names, man.
I know, and I was contemplating. That's
Listen,
why I kept going.
I felt it in my
You
spirit.
like-
I said,
you
this
like,
boy
better
gonna say a name.
stop, bro.
But you did.
You, the way that voice sound, I don't
on,
like
man.
that shit.
Come on, man.
You in the house with your girl. Pick any girl. You in the house with your girl,
Right.
right? And your ex just starts walking in.
Yeah.
How your girl gonna feel about that?
She gonna look. First of all, she gonna look at me. Like, what the fuck is?
The fuck? Why she feel like this
going on?
okay for her to do?
Then she might say something like, excuse me.
She gonna say something on the spot.
Yeah.
She gonna say something on the spot,
Why
right?
your door unlocked?
But now, let's say your door
Cause I
unlocked.
pay the bills in this motherfucker.
And
Don't
I
worry about
left
why
it
my
the
door
fuck
locked.
open.
Right.
It's
shouldn't
summertime.
matter
We
why
all
my
leave
shit
our shit
unlocked.
open in the summertime.
You all don't.
I got.
I do.
Listen.
I'm sitting right
on
here
the
on the
neighbor-
couch
yeah, I'm like, if
playing
I'm-
Breath of the Wild on my
The
big
only-
TV,
the
and
only
I open my
time-
shit up
the
and
only
look at
time-
outside sometimes.
I need this to be louder. The only time my door is unlocked is when somebody tell me to come. They coming
True that.
over. If
True
they
that.
don't call before they come, good fucking luck.
Yeah. I
Good
mean,
fucking luck.
but as a kid though, my door was like, cause I was
Especially with
running
the
in and
kids
out.
running in
I was
and
always
out
running in and out,
and
so
all
my
that
door was
shit.
always
I'm
open.
used-
You're in the hood.
I'm
like
used to
this.
that. In the hood, we was in the hood. We was in
It's
North
winter
Philly.
time
Right.
now.
The hood, I mean, there's people on the block.
winter.
Bro, I would jump up, leave the house, go to Ranch House, go right down the street,
In
go
the
to our crib.
In the wintertime was the
together,
best
play games
time.
and shit. It's the
Snowballs, yeah.
snowballs and shit, all
Outside,
kinds
we
of shit.
outside all day.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Every
Good,
time I bring up the scenario, aside from this baby father, everybody keeps agreeing with what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I make it about him, it get all muddled and different.
Mm-hmm.
It's only getting that way is because you're only looking at it from this point of view. You only want to see it this way.
No, we only seeing it the right way.
All right,
Let
so
you
dig
be
this. So dig
better
this.
men.
So what you saying is you in the house with your fucking husband in however many years. You in the house with your husband.
My
and
door is
and-
going to be locked.
your husband in the house sitting on the couch.
Mhm.
You getting the groceries out the car and shit.
Right. Shorty walk right past you.
She walked right past you.
Bitch.
Nobody is
groceries.
nobody.
Bitch. Who the fuck is you?
Your husband taking a shit. He in the bathroom taking a shit.
Right.
You call him, he like, yo, I just give me a minute, I gotta
Right.
wipe my butt.
Let me finish
You come
it,
in the
yeah.
house and she walk right past you, boom.
No, I'm not coming out.
She go, look, she do this, excuse me. She walk right past you. Tell me how you feel about that.
I'm gonna wait for my husband.
You lying, bro. You
No,
lying.
I promise you, I'm not.
Ooh.
I promise you.
So, all right, listen,
Wait,
even-
I waited for
I
my
will
listen.
husband
say,
to.
sweetheart, come in, and I will have a conversation with her.
But see, listen, even all right. So even if you decide to wait, what if when you wait for him to come to the door to open the door for you, she's walking up as he's like open the door like
I'm like,
simultaneously?
Once again, sweetheart, come here. Let me have a conversation.
No,
with you.
because
I'm talking to her.
because at the end of the day, if I'm granted, like if we have a place together, let me say this.
I want to go on
No,
your
no,
point, so
no.
hold your point. Go ahead. Say your shit.
At the end of the day, if I'm gonna be with this guy long term and we're gonna sign a lease together, I'm going to have a relationship with the mother of his children, and we're gonna have a common respect for each other. So it's not gonna be excuse me. No, it
That's
ain't
what
gonna
you
be
want.
that.
so-
That don't mean that's
But
what
no,
she
hold.
wants.
So you admitting that it's
not
Suppose that's not what
disrespect?
she wants.
So you admitting that it's disrespect?
It won't
She
even
said
be-
it was disrespect earlier.
Okay.
It won't.
She said it was
It
disrespect.
won't be disrespectful because we'll have that
The conversation.
common ground.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
see how
we
they
are.
keep, it's like you keep
no, because
changing
why
it, bro.
No, it's not changing it. It's because if you sign a lease with somebody, that means that you trust this person and you accept everything that come with that person.
Shit. Fuck no. Everything? No.
Not everything, but you know she come with baggage.
231.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Not no fucking ex. Not no ex. That's
I thought we was on 4 hours.
I'm not accepting that.
Don't keep
I don't give a
going
fuck
like
how
this.
many leases we sign. I'm breaking all this shit.
Once again, I will have
And
a
I'm
Hold
conversation.
on, I want to go with your point.
I'm not
All right,
having
you said
a child out of wedlock.
you said all right, cool. You said your piece. Now, what was the point you just said? Oh, you gonna say, hey, honey, you gonna have a conversation.
With
Now,
the
let me ask you this. Suppose you ready to have your conversation, right? But you find out that your husband is like, that's his attitude towards it.
Shit.
Okay,
How do you feel about him in that moment? Tell me how you feel about him in that moment.
I feel like, okay, you didn't see this, so let me bring it to your attention. So now we're on the same page.
No,
Oh, that's nice.
it's at his attention. He knows how you feel about it.
Wait.
His feelings about the topic are.
Okay, he can feel however he feels about the topic. I'm fine with, if he don't see what's going on, that's fine. So when I tell him what's going on and how I feel about it, he
if
still
I
feel like,
punch this
and
bitch in the
don't do
mouth.
anything about it, then there's a problem.
Or
Because
he'll do something about it,
I
but only
brought
because
it
you
to-
said something.
Okay, that's
That's
what you're
fine.
supposed to do because I brought it to your attention. You didn't think it was a problem. I did, and I told you. Now fix the fucking problem. And if you don't, then therefore I will say something. As I already spoke to the young woman as she was coming.
That's
I
definitely.
said something. She don't want to listen to me. Yo, fix it. Tell little bitch she can't walk in here.
And
And if that don't
and then
happen-
and then he go tell her, yo, my
Okay.
girl said you can't just be walking in here. I don't give a fuck what your girl said.
She can say whatever she wants to you, but she will not walk the fuck
Why
back in
would
here
you
again.
say that?
Brittany,
Why
shut up.
would
I'm
you
not
say
done.
that?
Brittany, shut up.
Why would you say
Brittany!
that? No, wait.
You wait. I'm not done talking.
Wait, but why
I'm
would you
pour
say
drink out. Shut up. As I was saying. Therefore, it's your turn to handle it. When you can't, therefore now, and she want to be disrespectful, she can't come in here no more.
Yep. Or your ass
That's
beat.
what it will be. You want your kids, sweetheart? Let me bring them to the door. Come in, little fuckers. Go.
Damn. The kids get the fuck
So I
out.
guess
Why would
Well,
you
because
say
the
my
difference
girl?
between y'all is
Why would you say my girl? Why you just can't say, could you just please?
because in the scenario, he don't feel that way. His girl do. His girl feels a way
Okay,
about
but
it in that
it don't
scenario.
matter
He don't
because
feel
you're
that
a
way.
team and you speaking for her. If she feel uncomfortable about a situation, it's like,
Y'all team.
I don't feel
Y'all
comfortable.
team, but she letting boy the fuck.
No, it's
Okay.
like when you
Alright.
don't feel
All right,
uncomfortable.
I see.
Next
I see.
topic.
Women.
Next topic, because you.
Oh yeah, it's next topic when I get rowdy. I let y'all argue about schools for 2 hours straight. Get the fuck out of here. No.
No.
Like
I said what I had
Schools
to say.
matter, man. Fuck this shit don't matter.
It don't matter. It don't matter, but I was triggered.
Right, I
I was
understand.
fucking triggered because, man, she was like,
Black Lives Matter.
she was like, so wait, what you saying you would do? I'm saying I'd have beat that nigga the fuck up.
And all the definitely probably been
all
situations.
that. All
I
that
probably
in
wouldn't
the
have-
conversation could be
to
had.
be honest-
You see, hold on. You see
I'm
all.
kicking her the fuck out. That's what you said.
You-
No, I
and
said
I-
both things.
I'm gonna attest to that because that was the first thing you said to me when
That was
we
both-
talked
both
about it.
things.
You said
That
I'm
was
kicking
my
her the fuck out.
problem.
I
Both
said,
She
damn.
had to go.
things.
She don't know what's wrong.
And then I said either or, right? I said it's either
What's the
this
next topic?
or this, right?
Yes.
Now,
did
you
the
just
either way.
said, why I gotta be all that? What I'm saying is, the all that, I'm downplaying it. I'm downplaying what I did. I'm downplaying it. Yo,
Said y'all know all that.
nobody is
Y'all don't know all
disrespecting
that.
me at my house.
Yeah.
N-
Not in my shit.
Not only is nobody disrespecting me at my house, everybody better not even make me think they disrespected me. I don't even want to make the mistake
Get
that
the
you disrespected
stepping.
me at my house. I don't give a fuck who you
Get
are
the
and
stepping.
who the fuck is here. Give a fuck. I don't care if you they fuck dad. You
Yeah.
can be they motherfucking twin.
Tell him.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
Go on.
Nobody
Go on, Rev.
is disrespecting me at my house.
Mm.
I'm fucking everybody up. Disrespect me at my house where do you know how hard I work when I got called in? In
Amen.
front of the white man and bust my ass and then
Amen.
come back and fucking do a podcast 2
Preach
times a
on.
week, except last week.
Preach
Do a
on.
motherfucking podcast on
Go
this
on, brother.
shit for some Tyrone ass niggas
Uh-huh.
that just walk in my shit,
Wow.
drink my motherfucking Kool-Aid,
Where Oregon play at? We need
smack
Oregon
my
in
wife
here.
on the ass.
Preach on,
And
Rev.
he cut this shit too. Put a little finger in the pussy and shit. Nigga, no. I'm shooting this nigga.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
Amen.
I'm killing him. And
Amen.
y'all got to go.
Amen.
Y'all got to mourn his death and be homeless. Fuck what you talking
Woo.
about. I might be petty. I fought that shit a long time.
You
I
is
might
petty.
be the pettiest nigga in the
been
world.
telling you that
Cause
shit.
I'm telling you, I would murder that nigga and make y'all be homeless. I'm telling you.
Okay.
And I'm cutting your brakes to let you know. Walk, bitch. All y'all better walk to the bus stop. That shit around the corner. I'm
Damn.
dead ass, yo. I'm so serious. Disrespect me at my house? The fact that y'all don't feel this way about this, about somebody disrespecting y'all at your house, to me blows my mind, honestly.
We do,
but
it's
everybody can be different.
It's a
I'm
little-
fine with that. But me,
You know how to handle it.
Yeah,
and
but-
this how I'm handling it.
actions speak
I
louder than words.
feel like you did 100, so I'm doing 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody might not feel like he did 100. I feel like he did 100.
Mm-hmm.
He did 100.
That's fine.
Walking my shit. Soon as you walk past the threshold,
Did this happen before?
where
Did this somebody like do this before?
do this to me?
Yeah.
Am I in jail, bro?
I'm saying because it's
I'm
this
here
is
with
a-
you, bro.
This is a real like it's bringing
I'm
back
here
memories.
with you, bro.
I'm saying it's acting like it's bringing back memories. Like
Exactly.
you can't let it go. Let it go, bro. We not arguing with you no more. Nobody's arguing with you no more, bro. You won.
I'm just trying to say how
We
I
get
feel
it. You don't have to.
about
We
this.
understand that you would have killed the bull, bro. Like
I'm
it's,
just, all right, I'm just saying,
Go to the
I
next
just
topic,
want y'all-
precious.
I just want y'all to know, though.
we got you,
I
bro.
need y'all to know 2 times. Like,
Just say it.
Damn.
all right.
Still.
I don't even, man.
Hell
Let me
no.
pour me another drink. God damn.
No more, man. Get some water up in you, man. Boy, ready to fucking kill somebody. He said, man, fuck that. Bitch, you fucking go down, walk. I cut your brakes, bitch. Damn. Oh, shit.
Who hurt you?
Shit, goddamn. All right.
It's okay.
Brother.
Don't say it like that because it
Listen,
sound crazy when you
Listen,
say it like
hey,
that.
I don't want no trouble.
Don't say it that
I don't
way,
want
though.
no trouble, brother.
Don't
Please.
say it like that.
Peace and blessings, man. I don't want no trouble, man. But go ahead. Let's get in the next round.
You got enough. You had enough.
You don't hear us in there?
Okay, there you go.
Hey.
So we back at it again.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry for the interruption.
Technical difficulties. You know.
Hold on. Both mics on? I just want to be sure. 'Cause I only hit one.
Yep. Hello, hello, hello.
You want me to mute mine?
Hello. You hear mine?
All right, mine
No.
is muted.
Oh.
Boom,
Yours
boom,
muted?
boom, boom,
I can hear
boom,
all.
boom.
All right, mute yours off.
We're working on the sound.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. If you guys could just bear with us, please.
We working on the sound.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out.
You know, still working out the kinks, man. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was done. You know what I mean?
What's the next topic?
It's about hoochie mamas. So
I'm
you
gonna
know.
let you read it. Go.
Oh damn! All right, all right.
This
Listen.
is another. Well,
Listen.
not yet, bro. Cause the sound not ready.
All right.
We
Okay.
got one mic. I can hear y'all pretty good.
Yeah, but we need both mics.
Yeah, we need two.
We need 3.
All I need is one mic, one take, one. Oh, all right, my
Oh,
fault.
we need 3 mics.
Yo, my mom used to love that song.
That was that shit for a second. I ain't gonna lie.
3 mics.
Nas is the. It's cause you a whole fan. You can't do. I'm gonna say you can't do that.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you biased,
I
bro.
really do be trying to get over this.
Yeah, you biased like a
But
motherfucker,
I
man.
am, bro. I'm a
You don't
whole
like
fan.
Ether neither, do you? You
Who?
can't Ether.
Ether's trash.
I knew it. I knew you couldn't stand it. No, I love Ether. I ain't gonna lie.
Ether trash.
I like it.
You're big. You're big.
Yeah, no. We got children listening.
Bro,
So.
I'm not talking about if I'm Hov.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. If you Hov
Mm-hmm.
and I'm Nas,
Okay, come on.
and in my diss record, I talk about your
I ain't
lips.
producer. I'm Kim.
In your diss record, you talk about my lack of record sales.
Mm-hmm.
Who had a better diss record? Who diss record made more sense? Who actually really came at the person? No, be honest. Be honest now.
Jay-Z's. Yeah, it was
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
the takeover.
That shit was trash.
Yeah, it was that takeover
It
shit
just
was different.
It was like school kid shit. Like,
Yeah. It was real. It was not. I ain't gonna say real bad rap, but it felt like real. Like they was battling in front. Yeah, it felt like it was battling in front of each other. You know what I'm saying? He just was saying jokes and shit like that.
No, it doesn't.
They expensive now. They expensive. You got money. You got money.
You just tag season. You tag
Yeah,
season.
you.
That's real taste. Not to me yet.
You know, stimulate these microphones you keep.
Stimulate these microphones.
Huh? It's right here. It's not that one. It's the door that's. It should be open.
Shorty, light skin, tatted. That's fine. I'm just messed up.
No. It's a hole. It's like in a hallway.
Bob, nice teeth, smile.
The first tour said left.
Slight left though, not a full left, a slight left.
She already found her wrong, so.
Jesus.
Go
Blood
to the
mercy.
bathroom.
It's one room straight back, and then it's a room to your left, right? If you was to walk up the steps, it's the straight back, and then it's the left.
It ain't no damn way she done been to the bathroom 3-4 times. Don't know what a bathroom is. It's the room with the toilet in it. It's that one. That's the one.
This guy's a fucking jerk, man.
Of course.
I was chilling. Y'all riled me up.
No, you riled your damn self up, man.
Probably.
Come on, we was letting it go. You like, fuck that. I'm kicking this bitch out. Take the shoes, kill the dog, shoot the birds.
You said all shit. I felt. Go ahead, say some more shit. I feel like the turtle, all that shit. Stop on the turtle.
You gonna drown the turtle?
What's up with
Stop,
that?
stop.
So I'm gonna drown this motherfucking turtle. Turtles live underwater. You gonna drown them?
I'm gonna take a weight and put it on top of his shell in the water. We gonna see how long he lasts.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
They live underwater. Let's
This
see.
boy's a psychopath.
Y'all, people can hear y'all now.
It's fine, you're fine.
This is psychopathic ass, man.
Damn, I'm
I'm gonna put a weight on top of the turtle shell. See how long it's.
See how long he lasts, bro. Don't
Oh shit.
I'm a nice guy.
Oh my god.
All you gotta do is kick it with me. Soon as it's different.
It's different.
It's different. I'm a Philly nigga though. Like,
Are you nice though?
I am.
Yeah, no Philly nigga that watch a lot of anime, man.
Huh?
Said you're a no Philly nigga that watch a lot of anime. You got a lot of.
I watch like 3 in me.
You got a lot of dark demons inside you, man.
That come from North Philly.
You got a lot of monsters in you, man. You ready to see some blood and gore.
My creativity in the blood and gore might be in me.
Look, that's this.
But the blood and gore itself is.
Oh, it's embedded. It's
That's
from.
embedded.
Okay.
That's embedded. All
right, man.
I feel like everybody was a bitch, yo.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
He about to read it. It was another letter that I don't think we argued about this one. I think we just
I don't think I talked about it.
I don't think we ever talked about it.
So-
It was just
I
something
seen
else.
it though.
So the young lady says, so my boyfriend and I have sex once a month. It's not like I don't like sex, but I don't want our relationship to be centered around sex every time we meet. I love him very much, so I need to get standards for him to see value in me. But deep down, I crave sex every day. Recently, I have been seeing this guy. I don't love him. I don't see my future with him. So I feel comfortable having sex with him every day. I don't mind if he sees me as a whore. I'm just using him to satisfy my urge. It's as a motherfucker.
Okay, let me
it
help
doesn't
you with
make-
your confusion. So
She cheated on her boyfriend?
No, I understand it, but it just her. It
how
does,
deep you want me to go?
doesn't make any sense to me.
Not,
'Cause
she said not that deep.
I mean,
It's dumb. At the end of the day,
it
it's
just
dumb.
it's ass backwards. You saying
She
you
have
don't
a boyfriend?
Yeah.
right, but
She
she
don't want her boyfriend to think it's only about sex, so she's having sex with somebody else.
so it can be all about sex,
She wants to have sex as much as her boyfriend wants to have sex,
but she don't
but
want
she
it.
wants him to respect her, and she doesn't think that he will.
It's like, huh?
So she gets the majority of her sex from somebody else
Who disrespects her?
who disrespects her.
I feel like that's dumb.
Yeah, I can't even-
It is dumb.
yeah, I'm like I can't even
Yo,
see.
check this out.
How can you?
Y'all should come to this conclusion a lot easier.
How can
Sit
you?
up.
How can you
Is my mic
say
on?
that's more how can you demand respect from someone that you not in a relationship with, but
No, she's not demanding respect.
Yeah,
She's
she-
Well,
a person she's not in a
she
relationship with.
she want her boyfriend to respect her, but
Right.
that comes with the boyfriend role. If your boyfriend don't respect you,
Well, she didn't say that he doesn't respect her. She just thinks
she
that
said that
her
she
respect.
wants him to respect her.
She thinks that her respect is only linked
To the sex.
to how much they
She
have
said
sex.
she wants him to respect her.
Reread it, bro.
I'm gonna do that part.
Alright.
I love him very much, so I need to set standards for him to see value in me. But deep down, I crave sex every day. Recently, I've been seeing this guy. I don't love him. I don't see a future with him, so I feel comfortable having sex with him every day. I don't mind if he sees me as a whore. I'm just using him to satisfy my urge.
We don't even need to use this situation because we all agree that it's really dumb. Why would you have sex with somebody just because?
Okay, we can move on. Y'all, keep
I mean, but yeah, but all right,
It's
okay.
dumb though. Like you having sex with somebody else when it's dick already available. Like what?
That's real shit.
But you like this man and you see a future with him. But you having sex with this other guy. Like
That's it.
why would you even keep? Like what?
I don't need that. Same shit I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's dumb. It's obviously dumb. It's indicative of, in my opinion, the society that people have built, where lack of sex equates respect
Mm-hmm.
in this person's mind. And this is not that, because when I saw this, I screenshotted this because I've seen a lot of women in the comments defending her.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to say, what she's trying to say is this, what she really means is this, I understand where she's coming from, this, I would do the same thing, this.
Right.
It wasn't all of it.
And I couldn't. Yeah.
Same thing.
I seen, yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, I couldn't understand what
It
she was
wasn't,
saying.
she was
You
not
gotta
by
see.
herself in this.
See, how old is you, Al?
I'm 27.
Yeah. How old is you?
You only like 26 too.
I'm not no fucking 26. I'm a grown ass woman, okay?
How old is you?
16. Old enough to be on this fucking podcast.
Oh, God. I think you're only 28
feel like at a certain point, people be at certain points in their lives.
Okay.
So if this girl don't see like long-term relationship with either one of these guys, which she said that she don't see a long-term relationship with the guy that she just fucking, and then she really like the other guy. But people who are looking for happily ever after, people in my age range, they looking for a long-term relationship,
Right.
possibly marriage.
Done with the games.
So they not going to do the same shit she would do. So the people who would probably comment saying that, oh, well, I would do the same thing that she doing. Like, who the fuck would do that? I don't even think I would do that at 21.
Yeah.
Like,
That don't make sense.
if I see a future in somebody, I'm fucking them.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's available.
Like, I wouldn't
Why would I
hold
go
off.
and say, oh, well, I don't care if he think I'm a whore. Bitch, you do.
that shit is crazy.
So that's just dumb.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what anybody else say. And that's the one Mary had a little
That's so Mary had a little laugh. Alright.
I think that is. I think we had them divorces, but I don't give a fuck about them, dog. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, fuck them Jones. I really was I had a honorable mention, John. Coming to America too. Y'all seen it?
I didn't see it. It just.
What you think about it?
I didn't see it.
No, I'm saying like what you think is
What I
going.
think it's going to get.
Cause I'm like I know you seen reviews, like people talking about it on Facebook and shit. Like that.
Not me, honestly.
For real?
I haven't
seen it
it.
was
Corny, yeah, that's what I've been seeing. I watched a little bit of it. And,
Comedy is subjective, though.
yeah, cause it's
Comedy
really,
is very subjective.
cause what it really is, at least this.
Some people don't like Dave Chappelle. So.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. But it's like
Um,
for me, I feel like that everybody was, even though they was saying don't try to make it or don't try to think that it's supposed to be better than Coming to America 1, they still like tried to put that like in their minds that's what they was expecting it to be. Bro, these motherfuckers, like as you watch it,
Nostalgia is a powerful thing though. Like you can't really. That's not a thing you can talk yourself out of.
right,
Like when you saw something when you were young and it made you feel away.
right.
That don't just go away because people can logic themselves out of it.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Like logically speaking, yeah, it's Coming to America 2. How much better can it be? I mean, the sensibilities of the world are different now than they were then. The jokes you can make are different now than they were then. So, and I won't
That's
say
what we need to talk about.
I won't say if that's right or
Talk about
wrong.
to America. We
but-
need to fucking talk about how these people are so insensitive. Well, how people are so sensitive on comedy. That's what we need to talk about. Fuck all that Coming to America. People are so sensitive now. Like, you can't make a gay joke without the whole community coming at your neck. It's a joke.
Right.
They make black jokes. We laugh at them. They make white jokes. We laugh at them. That is what comedy always been.
I laugh
That's
at the
what
white jokes,
comedy
not the black
always
jokes.
will be.
Just FYI, I laugh at the white jokes, not the black jokes.
I laugh at the black jokes.
Black jokes
too.
don't be that funny. If they funny,
They
I
do
might.
be funny.
They
They
don't
be
be that
like
funny.
when
You think rape jokes are funny?
what?
Rape jokes.
What's rape jokes?
Jokes
Cause
are
I'm not
fire.
I'm not that woman that be. I'm not a feminist. I'm just
answer the question.
a fair.
If it's funny.
If it's funny.
Oh shit.
I want her to answer.
If it's funny,
Crazy.
if it's funny, I laugh at it. I don't care what it is.
I smile. I
If
smile
it's
at
a
it.
joke about me.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a
And
fucked up
I'll
joke. I
laugh at
smile
it.
at it and I'll be like, oh shit, but I won't laugh.
And you can say that, but if it's funny, it's
No,
funny. Like,
people
don't
make
laugh.
jokes about me and I fucking laugh. So I don't give a fuck. I laugh at it because it's funny. I'm not gonna live so uptight. It's black
Yeah, no, I
jokes.
feel
They
you.
be like, well, when one black person run, all black people start running.
That's real shit though. That's
But
not,
it's
that's not
funny,
a
though.
joke. That's a fact.
It's
real shit.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Like
I
if you
guess-
see if you standing on the
I
corner,
guess
and
it-
somebody running around the corner, you like,
I'm running.
fuck, like what the fuck you running for? Like from the rip, like what you doing, bro?
I guess people from those communities. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just devil's advocate. People from those communities would argue that the majority of the jokes that you're going to name don't put black people or whatever group y'all might fit in as the butt of the joke. Y'all might be a part of the joke,
Right.
but it isn't like, haha, isn't this funny because black people are fucking ridiculous. Or
Right,
like,
right.
fucking stupid.
Right,
Like,
right,
if one person run everybody run, that's because black people are suspicious
Right.
of motherfuckers running.
Yeah.
That's actually intelligent.
Right.
You're not the butt of that joke.
Right. I get
You know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying?
Yeah.
If the
No,
joke
because-
if the joke puts your group as the butt of the joke
Like
or whatever,
the-
they might. You know what I'm saying?
How many
Cat
people-
Williams, he was like, well, he said something about peripheral vision, like, oh, I seen that person in my peripheral, and then you ain't never
I'm
seen,
listening.
you ain't
Go
see his comedy, you ain't see his comedy,
No, I seen
you ain't see that joke.
I said, I
I
can't
didn't see
remember.
this one.
Well, he said that he was like, oh, motherfuckers up there, all the black people like, what's peripheral? What's a peripheral? And then he was like, your side vision. And he was like, now motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, I seen that person out of my peripheral. And it was like the black people was the butt of the joke because he was talking about black people.
That was
Like-
a long way to get to that. Okay, I got you.
But I'm saying,
You right.
they the butt of the joke and I'm gonna fucking laugh.
But I mean, I don't. Cause I don't know. I can't remember that joke. But if I'm
Let me
thinking
pull
about
the
it,
fuck
he
up
probably
for you, Al, so
he
you
probably
can-
said.
Whoa! Don't pull up shit.
But look,
What?
Don't pull up. Put
Oh,
your
you
phone
can't
there.
pull. You can't
Don't
pull it
pull shit. We not pulling up a fucking thing.
Oh, you can't
Put
pull
your
it
phone
up.
in your pocket.
Oh,
Don't pull up shit.
well, that's what he see.
Listen.
Real quick, Naima says that she's seen.
She seen Cat Williams?
No.
Oh.
She's seen Coming to America too. She think the outfits are beautiful, the hair, the music, everything was really beautiful.
Right.
Nice.
that's what I was gonna say. It's
What
like
they
they
need
had-
to bring back is
they
So
had
Utopia.
they
fun with
joked
this shit.
about this, it not being a sequel.
Yeah, they had fun with it. It was
They
that's all you can see
They
in
need
this
to
joint.
bring
They had
back
fun with it.
Utopia. Y'all seen Utopia?
Not yet.
Utopia?
Yeah. On Prime.
No, I didn't watch that.
Well, you should. You should. Everybody go watch it. But they not gonna have a season 2, which is some nut ass
So then
shit.
why would I watch it?
What? Why? The only reason why they said they not gonna watch it because of COVID. But
Alright, well,
no, you want to watch it because that's what's going on in the world. You need to know what's going on. In the
I know
world.
what's
That's
going
what's
on.
wrong with black people.
I'm fine. I know what's going on.
What you know what's going on?
I know.
You don't know what's going on. Do y'all believe in aliens?
No. That's it. Fuck that. What time? What we on?
2:59.
All right. Listen, this is the Word of Mouth podcast. We had a good time. A little bit of fucking technical difficulties in the middle. I apologize for that. This was the show that this was us coming back. We are not getting into none of that bullshit. I'm gonna sign off before I get back. Fuck that. Thank you
No.
for coming in and helping out. I hope it was everything you dreamed it would be.
No.
See you next week.
No. You got something
I'll
to do
be
next week.
back next week, so
No,
tune in
not
to
in. You won't. You
Reese
could call-
does things.
You can call in.
Naima did say she seen the Cat Williams thing, and it was fun.
Right, great. Thanks, Tara.
Tune
I
in
can't
to
wait.
Reese Does Things next week, and I'll be here as a special guest. Don't think that I'm gonna be here every week, but I'll be
this,
tuning in.
yeah, 'cause this is it. This cut it off.